Hey B, good to see you here. I heard we're developing a smart transportation management system.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, eh? That's correct. We've got ourselves some challenging but exciting project.
Sounds interesting. So, what's your role in this project?
I'm in charge of developing algorithm and making sure the system is as efficient as possible. What about you, eh?
I'm a software engineer, so I'll be working with you to integrate all the required features into a user-friendly interface.
All right, we make a great team then. What do you think will be the most difficult part of the project?
I'd say collecting and processing the data from various sources would require extra effort. What do you think, B?
Definitely. Plus, we also need to make sure our system can handle real-time data and respond promptly.
That's true. Oh, but do you know what would be the best part of this project?
Tell me, hey.
We get to make people's daily commute easier and more efficient. That's awesome.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful feeling to be able to contribute to the community in such a meaningful way.
By the way, B, do you have any fun hobby outside of work?
Yes, actually. I like to play chess in my free time. It helps me to sharpen my analytical and strategic skills. What about you, eh?
I play guitar and write songs. It's relaxing and allows me to express myself creatively without any constraints.
Wow, that's cool. Maybe one day we could perform some music together.
Hey, why not? We could even host a concert for our colleagues, a fun way to celebrate the success of our project.
I love it. And who knows, maybe our smart transportation system will even inspire our colleagues to compose some songs about it.
Haha, that's a great idea. Let's make sure we finish the project on time, so we can have our concert soon. Hey B, have you ever had fondue before?
Yes, I have. It's one of my favorite ways to enjoy a meal with friends.
I couldn't agree more. I love how it brings people together and makes the dining experience so interactive.
Absolutely. And don't forget about all the delicious dipping options like bread, fruit, and vegetables.
Oh, I definitely won't. But have you ever tried dipping potato chips in it? It's surprisingly tasty.
You know what, I haven't tried that before. But I am definitely open to new ideas when it comes to fondue.
That's the spirit. The great thing about fondue is that you can get as creative as you like with your dipping choices.
And don't forget about the cheese. It's what makes fondue so special and indulgent.
Yes, the cheese is a game changer. But let's not forget about the dessert options too. Chocolate fondue with fresh strawberries is heaven on earth.
Oh, I am drooling just thinking about it. And if you add marshmallows to that, it'll take it to a whole new level of yumminess.
Now you're speaking my language. I am getting hungry just talking about it. Next time we should get a group of friends together for a fondue night.
That sounds like a great idea. We can all share cooking duties and get as creative as we like with our dipping options.
It's settled then. We'll plan a fun and delicious fondue night soon.
Yes, can't wait. Thanks for the idea, eh? You always know how to have a good time.
Hi B, have you seen the news about the cyber attacks on major companies recently?
Oh, yeah. It's a growing concern for every enterprise. So, what do you propose we do about it?
As a cybersecurity engineer, I believe we need to create a robust network architecture for our company's safety.
That's a great idea. But we also need to ensure that our systems can be managed easily.
Yes, we can integrate firewall, authentication protocols, and antivirus software.
Let's not forget the backup and recovery plan. We need to make sure that all our data is secured and can be retrieved in case of a breach.
Absolutely. We should also consider a periodic security assessment to identify potential vulnerabilities.
That's a good point. But let's not make it too complicated that our employees find it hard to comply with it.
Yes. We can organize informative sessions and programs to raise awareness on maintaining cybersecurity for our employees.
Excellent. So, how do we roll out the plan?
We can start by engaging a professional network security service provider to help us with the initial setup.
Okay. Let's do it. This sounded like great fun too.
You bet. We can even have a security party to celebrate the successful implementation.
Haha, that's a great idea. But I guess we'll just stick to a pizza party.
Ah, shucks. But let's do that too.
Sure thing, hey. You're such a helpful assistant.
Hey, B, how's it going?
Good, good. Just trying to get the hang of this new piece.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky, but I think it's going to sound great once we get it down.
Definitely. I love trying out new pieces like this.
So, how'd you like the concert last night?
It was awesome. Our contemporaries were really great.
I know, right? Their music is so unique and fresh, yet so sophisticated and complex.
Yeah, it's inspiring to hear that kind of music. It makes me want to elevate my own playing even more.
Same here. I'm thinking of experimenting with a new sound on my next piece.
Oh, really? What kind of sound?
Something with a ton of energy and rhythm. I want to get the audience up and dancing.
That sounds like a great idea. I'd love to help out if you need it.
That'd be awesome. We could try it out at our next rehearsal.
Sounds like a plan. Speaking of which, should we get back to rehearsing this new piece?
Definitely. Let's get to it. Hey B. How's it going? Ready to tackle this e-commerce project?
Absolutely. I'm excited to work together on creating a seamless user experience.
Definitely. I think we should start by mapping out the user journey and identifying pain points in the current e-commerce platform.
Good idea. We could also brainstorm some ideas for how to improve product listings to make them more engaging and informative.
That sounds great. How about we include user-generated content like reviews and ratings to help customers make informed purchasing decisions?
Yes. And we could also incorporate filters and sorting options to make it easier for customers to find what they're looking for.
Agreed. And what about the checkout process? Do you think we should keep it simple or include more customization options?
I think it depends on the target audience. But I do think we should prioritize easy checkout with the option for more customization for advanced users.
Good point. We should also think about how we can make the site stand out visually while still maintaining a clean and easy-to-use interface.
Absolutely. Maybe we could incorporate some playful illustrations or animations to add character to the site.
I love that idea. And we could also prioritize accessibility with features like alt text and keyboard navigation.
Yes, accessibility should definitely be a priority. All in all, I think we're on the right track to creating a user-friendly and enjoyable shopping experience.
Good afternoon, B. I have a question about a medication for one of my patients.
Hi, sure thing. What's the question?
My patient is taking a blood thinner and also wants to take a pain reliever. Will there be any interactions between the two medications?
That's a great question. Some pain relievers, like aspirin and ibuprofen, can interfere with blood thinners and increase bleeding risk.
That's concerning. What are some safe alternatives?
Acetaminophen is an option for pain relief that doesn't interfere with blood thinners. Additionally, your patient could consider topical treatments like a heating pad or cold pack.
Thanks, B. I'll let my patient know those options. Another thing I wanted to ask about is a patient who takes a diuretic and is also taking a medication for high blood pressure. Will there be any interactions between those two?
Yes, it's important to monitor blood pressure closely when taking both medications as they both lower blood pressure. Keeping an eye on their blood pressure levels will help ensure they don't become too low.
I see. That's good to know. Thanks for your help, B.
No problem, happy to assist anytime. Don't hesitate to ask if you have any further questions.
Good evening. Welcome to our restaurant. What can I get for you tonight?
Hi there. I would recommend trying our famous meat pie made with Australian beef. It's a must-try dish here.
Sounds delicious. Are there any sides that go well with it?
Definitely. How about trying the crispy shoestring fries or the refreshing garden salad?
Those both sound great. What do you think about trying the fries and a local Australian beer to go with it?
Perfect choice. I'll get that order started and have it ready for you in no time.
Thank you. By the way, do you have any fun facts about Australian cuisine that you could share with me?
Of course. Did you know that lamingtons, a popular Australian dessert, were named after Lord Lamington, the governor of Queensland in the late 1800s?
Wow, I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing. Do you have any other recommendations for traditional Aussie dishes?
Absolutely. You should definitely try a classic Aussie burger, which is usually served with beetroot and a fried egg. It's a staple dish here.
That sounds tasty. I love trying new foods. Speaking of, do any of your dishes cater to customers with dietary restrictions?
We do have vegetarian and gluten-free options available. Our vegetarian lasagna and gluten-free fish and chips are both very popular choices.
That's great to hear. It's always good to have a variety of options. Thank you for your help and suggestions.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your meal and have a great evening.
Good morning. How may I assist you today?
Hi, I'm interested in visiting the Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C.
Great choice. Capitol Hill is the political center of the United States. When would you like to go?
I'm thinking of going next week. Are there any tours available then?
Yes, there are tours running daily. Would you like a guided tour or a self-guided tour?
I think I would prefer a guided tour. Can you provide a little more information about the tour?
Of course. The guided tour includes a visit to the crypt, the rotunda, and the National Statuary Hall. You'll get to learn about the history and significance of each location.
Sounds really interesting. What's the price of the tour?
The guided tour costs $35 per person. Is there anything else you would like to know?
Yes, are there any other attractions nearby that I can visit?
Yes, definitely. The Library of Congress and the Supreme Court are nearby. You can also visit the Smithsonian Museums, which are a short metro ride away.
That sounds like an amazing day trip. Thank you for all your help.
You're welcome. Let me know if you have any other questions or if you'd like to book the tour. Hi there. I'm the baker of this cafe. How do you like our selection of cakes and pastries?
Hi. I'm the coffee brewer. I'd say they're a perfect match with our freshly brewed coffee. What are you making now?
I just took out a batch of carrot cake from the oven. It's still warm and smells heavenly.
Carrot cake, huh? Maybe we could try pairing it with our single-origin Ethiopian Yirgacheffe drip. Its fruity undertones might complement the subtle sweetness of the cake.
Sounds like a great idea. I've always admired the flavors of Ethiopian coffee. Let me cut you a slice.
Oh my, this is fantastic. I love the lightness of the sponge and the cream cheese frosting is perfect. You really have a talent for baking.
Thank you. I've been trying to perfect this recipe for a while now. What about that Kenyan coffee of yours? Is it really as strong as they say?
It definitely has a bold flavor profile, but I believe it's balanced with a hint of acidity and a smooth finish. Would you like to try it out?
Sure. Let me whip up a blueberry muffin to go with it. I think the fruity notes of the muffin will complement the coffee.
You're really good at pairing flavors, aren't you? That's why I enjoy working with you.
Thanks. I appreciate your appreciation. Hey, do you ever feel like we're living in a cafe ourselves?
Haha, yes. We get to taste all these delicious treats every day. It's like a dream come true.
I know, right? I can't imagine myself doing anything else. This cafe has become my second home.
Same here. I'm glad we're in this together.
Me too. Clink, that's for a great partnership.
Cheers. Let's keep on brewing and baking.
Hi there. How's your painting going today, B?
Oh, hey. It's going pretty well, thanks for asking. I'm really enjoying this new brush you recommended to me.
That's great to hear. Your technique seems to be getting better and better. What's the inspiration behind this piece?
Honestly, I'm not quite sure. I just started painting and let my instincts take over. It's kind of abstract.
Interesting. Sometimes the best works of art come from those unpredictable moments. Have you thought about a title for it?
Not yet. Any suggestions?
Maybe Chaos in Color? Or Unleashed Imagination?
Oh, I like those. I think I'll go with Unleashed Imagination. It's definitely fitting.
Excellent choice. What other artists have been inspiring you lately?
Well, I've been really into Basquiat's work lately. I love his use of vibrant colors and the way he incorporates text into his pieces.
Basquiat is one of my favorites too. His art is so unique and powerful. Do you have any plans for this piece once it's finished?
I was thinking of maybe entering it into a local art competition. What do you think?
Absolutely. I think it would definitely catch the judge's attention. Plus, it's always a great opportunity to get your work out there and get feedback from others.
That's true. I'm excited to see where this piece takes me. Thanks for your encouragement and support, A.
Of course, B. That's what we're here for in the art community, to lift each other up and inspire one another. Keep up the great work. Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm looking forward to this meeting.
Great to hear. So, we have a new team member joining us today.
Oh, that's exciting news. Who is it?
His name is Jack. He comes highly recommended, and I hear he's quite a character.
Well, that's definitely an interesting introduction. I hope he fits in well with the team.
I'm sure he will. Now, let's move on to our agenda for today.
Before we start, can I share something with the team?
Of course, go ahead.
I just wanted to mention that I tried this new burger place recommended by a friend and it was amazing. If anyone wants to try it out, I can send you the details.
Thanks for sharing, B. Now, let's get back to the agenda.
Sure thing, let's do this.
Alright, next on our agenda is the project update. How is everyone progressing with their tasks?
I've completed my portion and sent it to the next team member in line.
Excellent, keep up the good work. How about the rest of you? Alright, let's work together and help each other out to ensure we meet our deadline. We're a team, after all.
Always happy to help out.
That's what I like to hear. Alright, let's wrap up this meeting. Thanks, everyone. Good afternoon, I'm a software testing engineer. Nice to meet you, B.
Hi, nice to meet you too, A. I'm an information security expert.
So, we're here to discuss how to ensure the security of our insurance company's application through testing.
Yes, that's correct. As a security expert, I'll be evaluating the application's security posture.
And as a testing engineer, my role is to make sure that all defects and vulnerabilities are identified and addressed.
Absolutely. It's important to conduct regular security assessments and penetration testing to identify potential security issues before they're exploited.
Yes, and we are also working towards ensuring sufficient access controls and authentications to prevent unauthorized access.
That's right. We also need to ensure that the application's code is secure and free of any vulnerabilities.
One way to do that is through static analysis tools that can identify any coding issues.
Right, and we would also need to conduct dynamic testing to simulate real-life attacks and vulnerabilities.
Yes, and we should also make sure that the application is up to date with the latest security patches and updates.
Absolutely. And it's also crucial that we have an incident response plan in place to handle any security breaches.
Right, testing for security is a continuous process, and we must make sure that our team stays vigilant and keeps up to date with latest security best practices.
That is exactly right, A. By staying vigilant and proactive in identifying and addressing security vulnerabilities, we can ensure the safety and security of our customers' data.
Thank you so much for this discussion, B. I learned a lot from you.
It was my pleasure, A. It's always great to collaborate with experts from different fields to enhance the overall security in our organization.
Hi there, I'm a reporter with the local newspaper. Mind if I ask you a few questions about the current political climate?
Not at all, always happy to engage in some political discourse. Shoot away.
Great. So, as a political scientist, what's your take on the current state of governmental affairs?
Well, I must say, it's a tumultuous time. The political arena is a chaotic place, to say the least.
That's for certain. But do you think there's any hope for a more stable future?
Of course, there's always hope. It's just a matter of finding the right leaders who can steer the ship in the right direction.
Easier said than done. Speaking of leaders, what do you think of the current crop of politicians?
Oh, that's a loaded question. But let's just say, there's room for improvement.
Fair enough. But do you personally have any preference or favorite among the current candidates?
As a scientist, I try to remain impartial. But I will say, I do have a soft spot for candidates who prioritize education and the environment.
That's definitely a popular stance nowadays. Okay, final question. Any advice for voters in the upcoming election?
Yes, my advice would be to do your research and be informed about the issues. Don't just base your decision on charisma or popularity.
Wise words indeed. Thanks for your time, it was a pleasure talking with you.
Likewise, always happy to share my opinions. Have a great day.
Hi there, B. How's homework going?
It's going okay, but math is giving me a hard time.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want me to help you out?
That would be great, thanks.
Alright, let's tackle this problem together.
I really appreciate it, Dad.
No problem, champ. So, do you understand what the question is asking for?
Yeah, I think so. We have to find the value of x when y is equal to 4.
That's correct. Now let's look at the equations to see which one we need to use.
I think it's this one over here.
Good eye, B. We just need to substitute y with 4 and then solve for x.
Oh, I see what to do now. Thanks for walking me through it, Dad.
Anytime, son. You'll ace that math test in no time.
I hope so.
Hey, how about we take a break and watch some funny cat videos online?
Yes, please. That sounds like fun.
Okay, let's grab some popcorn and settle in for some laughs.
Thanks again, Dad. You're the best.
Right back at you, kiddo. Let's enjoy the break together. Hey, nice 10 you got there, B. How's your summer going so far?
Thanks, A. Summer's been great. I've been catching up on some reading on this lovely beach.
Speaking of reading, I have a manuscript that I'd love to get published. Mind taking a look at it?
Sure thing. What kind of genre is it?
It's a romantic comedy that takes place during a music festival. I call it Love in the Air Guitar.
Interesting title. Let me take a look. I like the plot and the characters. It's definitely fresh and fun.
Thanks. So, will you be able to help me get this published?
Absolutely, but we need to make sure it's polished and professional. We'll do some editing and proofreading to make it sparkle.
That sounds good to me. I want it to be perfect.
Also, we'll need to create a marketing plan to book signings, book trailers, interviews. The works.
Sounds like a lot of work, but it's all worth it in the end. I can't wait to see my book on the shelves.
I can't wait to see it there too. It's a great story. I know it'll do well.
Thanks, B. And who knows, maybe they'll make a movie out of it one day.
Here's hoping to that. Now, let's go enjoy the rest of our day at the beach. We deserve a break from all this hard work.
Agreed. Time to hit the waves. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm A digital marketer.
Hi, A. I'm B, a small business owner.
Great. What brings you to the digital marketing exhibition in Melbourne?
I want to learn how to market my products online and attract more customers.
That's a smart move. Online marketing is crucial nowadays. What kind of product do you sell?
I sell handmade scented candles, and I'm looking to expand my market.
Scented candles sound lovely. Have you thought about selling them on social media platforms or creating an online store?
I don't know much about online marketing, but I'm willing to learn.
No worries. That's what I'm here for. Would you like to discuss how we can work together to boost your business's online presence?
Absolutely. I'd love to hear your ideas.
Great. We could create a social media strategy that highlights your unique candles benefits and the handmade process. We could also optimize your website for more traffic.
That sounds amazing. How long do you think it will take to see results?
It depends on multiple factors, but we could start seeing some improvement within a few weeks.
I'm excited about this. Thank you for your help, A.
No problem at all, B. Let's take your candle business to the next level. Good morning, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed your weekend. Now, let's get started on our strategic planning for the upcoming quarter.
Good morning, CEO. Speaking of weekends, did anyone catch the basketball game? It was a close one.
Oh, I missed that. Who won?
The Golden State Warriors, but barely. It definitely kept me on the edge of my seat.
Well, we can always use some excitement in our lives. Speaking of which, how can we inject some excitement into our marketing campaign for our new product launch?
I was thinking we partner with some social media influencers. They can create buzz on their platforms and attract a younger audience.
Great idea. We can even hold a contest where customers create their own social media ads featuring our product.
And the grand prize can be a trip to Hawaii. That will definitely get people talking and sharing our brand.
Excellent suggestion, Board Member B. Let's get our marketing team started on that right away.
Now, onto our financials. I noticed a decrease in revenue in our European market. Might be time to reevaluate our pricing strategies.
Agreed. We also need to analyze consumer behavior in that market and adjust our advertisements accordingly.
We could even hold focus groups to get direct feedback from our European customers.
Brilliant. You always have great ideas, Board Member B.
Just doing my part to help the company succeed, CEO.
Well, with your contributions and everyone's hard work, I have no doubt we will achieve our goals for this quarter.
Agreed. Let's get to work and make it happen.
Hey B, have you thought about automating our testing process?
Definitely. I believe automation testing is the way to go.
Great. How do you think we should approach this?
We could start by identifying the areas that are most suitable for automation testing.
That's a good point. Do you think we should use any specific tools for this?
Yes, we could use Selenium, Appium, or any other test automation frameworks.
Okay. How can we ensure the stability of the automated tests?
We need to constantly review and refine the test cases, as well as ensure that the test environment is consistent.
Okay, I'm on board with that. How about the deployment process?
We can use continuous deployment tools like Jenkins or Bamboo to automate the deployment process.
That sounds like a good idea. What about monitoring the process?
We can use monitoring tools like Nagios or Zabbix to monitor the deployed application.
Yes, I agree. This would help us to find issues and solve them quickly.
Exactly. Automated testing and deployment can help us to focus on the code quality.
I'm excited to see how this will work out. Thanks for sharing your ideas, B.
No worries, A. It's all about working together to improve our workflow and deliver better software.
Hey B, do you have a minute? I'm having some trouble with a system issue.
Sure thing, A. What seems to be the problem with the system?
Well, I've been getting some error messages whenever I try to log in. It's really slowing down my work.
That doesn't sound good. Let me take a look at the system logs and see if I can find anything.
Thanks, I appreciate it. While we're at it, have you ever played that new video game everyone's talking about?
Oh yeah, I've been playing that game in my free time. It's pretty addictive.
I know, right? I can't believe how much time I've spent playing it. But every time I try to play it at work, my computer slows down so much.
Laughs, maybe you need a gaming computer for that.
I wish I could justify the expense on a work computer.
Yeah, probably not the best idea. Let's focus on fixing this issue right now.
Definitely. So, any luck with the logs?
Yeah, it looks like there was a recent update that caused some conflicts with your computer's software. I'll send a note to the IT team to resolve it as soon as possible.
Awesome, thanks a ton for your help, B. And next time, let's plan a gaming session together during our lunch break.
Laughs, I'm down for that.
Good morning, I'm a livestock farmer. What brings you here to my farm today, B?
Good morning, A. I'm a food scientist and I came here to discuss how we can improve the quality of meat.
That sounds interesting. As you can see, I raise pigs and chickens on this farm.
Yes, I noticed. One way we can improve the quality of the meat is by feeding the animals a healthy and balanced diet.
Absolutely. I make sure my animals have access to a variety of food, including grains, vegetables, and protein sources.
That's great to hear. Another factor that affects the quality of meat is the way the animals are treated and their living conditions.
Yes, of course. My animals have plenty of space to roam around and access to fresh air and water.
That's important. Additionally, the way the meat is processed and handled after slaughter can also affect its quality.
That's true. I work with a reputable butcher who follows strict quality control measures to ensure the meat is handled properly.
Excellent. One last thing we can do to improve meat quality is to age it properly before selling or consuming it.
Yes, I usually age my meat for a few weeks before selling it to my customers.
Well, it sounds like you're already doing a great job. Keep up the good work, A.
Thank you so much for the helpful tips, B. It was great talking to you. Hey there, B, how's it going tonight? Ready to serve some delicious meals?
Absolutely. I'm excited to see what our chef has in store for us tonight. Do you have any recommendations?
Well, the salmon dish is definitely a crowd pleaser. It has a lovely citrus glaze that complements the fish perfectly.
That sounds amazing. I'll be sure to suggest it to our customers. Is there anything else you'd recommend as a side dish?
The roasted asparagus is a personal favorite of mine. It's simple yet flavorful, and pairs well with any dish on the menu.
Great, I'll add that to our specials tonight. By the way, have you heard about our new dessert menu?
No, I haven't. What's on the menu?
We have a delicious chocolate molten lava cake that just melts in your mouth. And there's also a refreshing lemon sorbet for those who prefer something lighter.
Wow, those sound fantastic. I might have to try both.
Definitely don't miss out on the chocolate cake. I can assure you, it's worth the indulgence.
You're making my mouth water. I'm going to have to take a break and grab a bite myself.
Go ahead, I'll hold down the fort. But make sure you save some room for dessert.
Will do, B. Thanks for the recommendations, and let's make it a great night of serving good food and good vibes. Have you ever tried poutine?
No, I haven't. What is it?
It's a Canadian dish. It's French fries, cheese curds, and gravy. It's absolutely delicious.
That sounds interesting. Is it easy to make?
It's actually very simple. Just fry some potatoes, add cheese curds, and then pour gravy on top.
It doesn't sound like the healthiest meal.
Yeah, it's definitely not the healthiest. But it's worth indulging in every once in a while.
I'll have to give it a try sometime. Do you have a favorite place to get poutine?
There's a food truck near my work that makes amazing poutine. You should come with me for lunch one day.
That sounds like a plan. Maybe we can split a large order so we don't feel too guilty.
That's a great idea. I'm always down for trying new foods.
Same here. I think it's fun to explore new cuisines and dishes.
Absolutely. There's so much out there to try. Poutine is just the beginning.
Do you have any other recommendations for Canadian dishes?
Yes, you should try tourtière. It's a meat pie filled with pork or beef, and it's a holiday tradition in Quebec.
That sounds delicious. I'll have to add it to my list.
Definitely. We'll have to plan a Canadian cuisine day and try all sorts of dishes.
That sounds like so much fun. I can't wait.
Good evening, welcome to our hotel. How can I assist you today?
Hi, I'm interested in joining a jazz performance tonight in the French Quarter.
Absolutely, there's a great jazz bar right around the corner. Would you like me to make a reservation for you?
That would be fantastic. Do you have any recommendations on what to order?
The seafood gumbo and beignet are a must-try here in New Orleans. And of course, a hurricane cocktail.
Sounds delicious. How far is the jazz bar from here?
It's just a short walk away, about 5 blocks east from the hotel.
That's perfect. Do you have any information about the jazz performance tonight?
Tonight's performance is by a local jazz quartet. They perform classic and contemporary jazz favorites.
Wonderful. I'm excited. What time does the show start?
The show starts at 8 p.m. sharp. I highly suggest arriving early to secure a good spot.
Thank you so much for your help. This is going to be a great night.
It's my pleasure. I hope you enjoy the jazz and the atmosphere in the French Quarter.
I'm sure I will. Have a good night.
You too. Don't hesitate to contact us if you need any further assistance. Good morning, sir. I'm the owner of this farm. How can I help you today?
Good morning, sir. I'm an environmental expert, and I'm here to talk to you about nature conservation.
That's great. I've always been quite concerned about preserving the environment. Can you tell me more about how it can be done?
Of course. One of the main things we can do is planting more trees and other vegetation around the fields.
That sounds easy enough. But what about pesticides and fertilizers?
Those can be quite damaging to the environment. It's best to use organic options, like compost and natural pest deterrents.
I understand. However, those options can be more expensive. How can we afford them?
Well, there are often government programs or grants to help farmers transition to more sustainable practices.
That's good to know. I'll definitely look into that. What about irrigation? How can we conserve water?
One option is to use drip irrigation instead of overhead sprinklers. It can save a lot of water while still adequately hydrating the crops.
Wow, I had no idea. Thank you for your advice. Is there anything else that I can do to help?
Just remember that every small change you make can have an impact. Even things like reducing plastic waste and properly disposing of chemicals can help protect our environment.
Thank you very much for your insights, sir. I will do my best to implement these ideas.
You're very welcome. It's great to see someone like you taking the initiative to help protect our planet.
Hey there, B. How's it going?
Hey. I'm doing great, thanks for asking. What brings you here today?
Well, I wanted to chat about how we can use blockchain technology to improve our payment systems.
Yes. This is something that's been on my mind a lot lately. What do you have in mind?
Well, I've been thinking about how we can improve the security and transparency of our transactions.
Absolutely. That's one of the greatest benefits of blockchain technology.
Exactly. And I was thinking about how we could utilize smart contracts to automate certain aspects of the payment process.
That's a great idea. We could create a system where the funds only transfer once certain conditions are met.
Yes, and we could also use blockchain to reduce the time it takes for payments to go through.
That's true. With a decentralized network, we could process payments faster and more efficiently.
And we can also eliminate the need for intermediaries, which would save us a lot of money in transaction fees.
Definitely. This would be a huge win for our company and our customers. I'm excited to start exploring this further.
Me too. I think we're on the right track to revolutionize the way we handle payments. Hi there, it's great to have you here with us for this interview. Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Of course, my name is Tom and I'm a professional juggler. I've been performing for over 10 years now.
Wow, that's really impressive. how did you first get into juggling?
Well, I actually started learning when I was in college. My roommate was a juggler and he taught me a few tricks. I just fell in love with it and decided to pursue it as a career.
That's really cool. Do you have any unique or unusual juggling props that you use in your performances?
Definitely. One of my favorites is a set of flaming torches. It always gets a great reaction from the crowd.
Laughs, I can imagine. Have you ever had any mishaps or accidents during a performance?
Oh yeah, more times than I care to admit. I've dropped props, missed catches, and even set my hair on fire once. But that's all part of the excitement.
Laughs, sounds like you have a good sense of humor about it all. So, what's next for you in your juggling career?
Well, I'm always looking for new challenges and ways to push myself. I'm currently working on a routine that involves juggling while on a unicycle. It's been a steep learning curve, but I'm getting there.
That sounds amazing. We can't wait to see it. Thanks for chatting with us today and sharing a bit about your juggling career. Hi B, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm good. I was thinking about our project on smart home automation. Do you have any ideas on how we can use machine learning to improve it?
Yeah, that's a great question. We could use machine learning to predict when someone is going to be home and automatically adjust the temperature, lighting, and other devices to their preferences.
That's a good idea. We could also use machine learning to identify patterns in energy usage and suggest ways to save energy.
Another idea is to use machine learning to analyze the usage of the devices and suggest replacements for the ones that are not energy efficient.
That's a great suggestion. We could even use machine learning to create personalized playlists based on the individual's music preferences and play them when they get home.
Oh, that's a cool idea. We could also use machine learning to monitor activity levels and remind people to take breaks when they have been sitting for too long.
Yes, that's a great idea for health and wellness. We could even incorporate machine learning to adjust the lighting and temperature to mimic the natural light and temperature changes throughout the day.
That sounds really interesting. We could also use machine learning for security purposes by monitoring who enters and exits the home and alerting the owner if there is any unusual activity.
I like that idea. We could also use machine learning to detect potentially dangerous situations such as fires or gas leaks and alert the homeowner.
Absolutely. With machine learning, the possibilities are endless for making our homes more comfortable, efficient, and safe.
Yes, I agree. Let's work on incorporating these ideas into our project and create an amazing smart home automation system.
Sounds like a plan.
Hi there, how's it going?
Not too bad, thanks. Just trying to figure out the best way to ensure our software is stable and secure.
Yes. Testing is always an important part of our process. What do you have in mind?
I was thinking about using automated testing to cover the basics, and then doing some manual testing for more complex scenarios.
That's a good idea. We should also make sure to test for different devices and screen resolutions.
Absolutely. And we should run tests for different browsers too. You never know what a user might use to access our site.
Very true. And I think we should also consider third-party integrations. They can sometimes cause unexpected issues.
Good point. We should definitely make sure to test those thoroughly. And let's not forget about security testing.
Right. We should test for potential vulnerabilities and make sure we're following best practices for data encryption.
Definitely. And maybe we can even bring in an outside security firm to do some penetration testing and see if they can find any weaknesses.
That's a great idea. We want to be absolutely sure our software is secure before releasing it to users.
Exactly. And speaking of releasing it to users, we should also have a plan in place for responding to any bugs or issues that come up after release.
Yes, that's a good idea. We should have a clear process for reporting and prioritizing bugs and communicating updates to our users.
Agreed. With all these measures in place, we can be confident that our software is stable, secure, and user-friendly.
Definitely. And if we encounter any problems along the way, we know we have a strong team to tackle them together.
That's the spirit. Let's get to work and make sure we're delivering the best product possible.
Good morning, B. How are you doing today?
Hi, A. I'm doing pretty well, thanks. How about you?
I'm doing good, thanks. So let's get right to it. What have you been working on lately?
Well, I've been preparing for the new project we're starting next month. I've been researching and gathering data on our competitors.
That's great to hear. Do you think you have enough information to make a solid plan for our project?
Yes, I do. But I also think it's important to hear other ideas and perspectives.
That's a good point. I was actually going to suggest that we have a brainstorming session with the whole team next week.
Excellent idea, eh? It's always helpful to have different viewpoints when planning a project.
Absolutely. And speaking of viewpoints, did you see that new exhibit at the art museum over the weekend?
Yes, I did. It was really interesting. I particularly liked the abstract paintings.
Oh, me too. I find them so intriguing. Have you ever tried painting?
Yes, I actually took a painting class a few years ago. It was a bit of a challenge, but also very therapeutic.
That's great to hear. Maybe you can bring in some of your paintings to decorate the office someday.
Haha, I'll definitely consider it. But in the meantime, let's focus on making this project a success.
Agreed. Thanks for the update, B. Let's reconvene in a week and hopefully, we'll have even more good news to share.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, hey.
Hi there. You look like you're brainstorming about something.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of ways we can help improve the quality of life for people in our community. Do you have any ideas?
Definitely. One way could be to organize fun activities and events for kids and families to enjoy together. That can help encourage a sense of community and also promote healthy living.
That sounds great. We can also collaborate with local businesses to provide job training and employment opportunities for those who need it.
Yes, and maybe we can also provide affordable healthcare resources for people without insurance. That can really make a difference in their lives.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about providing educational resources for adults who didn't finish school or want to learn new skills.
That's a good point. We can also organize volunteer programs that allow people to give back to their community and make a positive impact.
Yes, and by doing so we can also help to build a stronger sense of community engagement in the area.
Exactly. Together, we can make a big difference in people's lives and help improve their overall quality of life.
I couldn't agree more. Let's start working on some concrete action plans and get to it.
Hey there, have you read about the ISO 27001 policy and procedures we have to follow?
Yeah, I have. It's quite complex, isn't it?
Definitely. But, we have to make sure we implement and monitor it properly to ensure data security.
Agreed. How do you suggest we do that?
Well, for starters, we can provide proper training and resources to all employees to ensure they understand it fully.
And we can perform regular audits to make sure everything is in compliance.
That's right. We must also review and update the policy from time to time to ensure it's up to date.
Absolutely. We don't want any data breaches due to outdated policy.
Plus, we can assign a dedicated team to oversee its enforcement.
Good idea. Let's also make sure that we have proper communication channels between departments to ensure everyone is on the same page.
Yes, and we can even incentivize employees to adhere to the policy and report suspicious activity.
Sounds like a plan. But what about new hires? How will they be trained on this policy?
Good point. We can make sure to include it in their onboarding process and have senior staff mentor them.
That makes sense. With everyone working together, we can ensure that our ISO 27001 policy is implemented and monitored effectively.
Exactly. Our company's data security is paramount, and we must take all necessary steps to protect it.
Agreed. Let's get to work and make sure we are all in compliance.
Good morning, dear. What are you up to today?
Not much, just doing some house chores. I wanted to clean the kitchen and do some laundry.
That's great. I was thinking of baking some cookies for us to enjoy later. Would you like to help me out?
Sure, I love baking with you. What kind of cookies are we making?
I was thinking of chocolate chip. Haven't had those in a while.
Yum, sounds delicious. Let's get started then.
All right, let's get the ingredients out. Can you help me measure the flour?
Sure, here's the measuring cup. How much flour do we need?
We'll need 2.5 cups. Can you pass me the sugar?
Here you go. Do you need help mixing everything together?
Yes, please. Can you mix while I add the eggs? Just be careful not to overmix.
Got it. These are going to be the best cookies ever.
I agree. And once we're done, we can sit down and enjoy them with a cup of tea.
That sounds lovely. Thanks for the idea, Mom.
Of course, anytime. It's always nice spending time with you in the kitchen. Hey there. Have you heard about virtualization technology? I've been reading about it, and it seems like it can help us manage our servers and applications more efficiently.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've had some experience with virtualization. It's a game changer.
How so?
Well, for one thing, you can run multiple operating systems on a single physical server. That means we can consolidate our servers and reduce costs.
Interesting. Have you found any downsides to virtualization?
Well, there can be some performance issues if you don't have enough resources dedicated to each virtual machine. But overall, the benefits outweigh the risks.
That makes sense. What about security concerns? Is there any risk of data breaches with virtualization?
There is always some risk, but virtual machines are actually pretty secure because they're isolated from each other. And you can always take extra security measures to protect your data.
Good to know. Do you have any tips for getting started with virtualization?
Sure. Start by identifying the applications that would benefit most from virtualization, and then do some research on the different virtualization software options available.
Okay, I'll definitely look into that. It sounds like virtualization could make a big difference in our infrastructure.
Definitely. And once you get the hang of it, you'll wonder how you ever managed without it.
Haha, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for the advice.
No problem. Let me know if you have any other questions.
Good morning. I have a patient who is on multiple medications, and I need to make sure there won't be any negative drug interactions. Can you help me out, B?
Of course, A. What medications is your patient currently taking?
Let's see, they're on a blood pressure medication, a statin for cholesterol, and a pain reliever for arthritis.
Okay, those are all pretty common medications. Do you happen to know the name of the pain reliever?
Yes, it's naproxen.
Ah, that's important to know. Naproxen can sometimes interact with blood pressure medication, so we'll want to keep an eye on that.
Thank you for letting me know. Are there any other common interactions I should be aware of with these medications?
Yes, actually. Statins can interact with some blood pressure medications and cause muscle pain, so we'll want to monitor that as well.
Would it be better to switch to a different pain reliever then?
That's definitely an option. We could possibly switch to acetaminophen instead.
That sounds like a good idea. Thank you for your help, B. I appreciate it.
No problem, A. That's what I'm here for. Anything else you need assistance with?
That's all for now. Thank you again, B. Have a great day.
You too, A. Take care.
Hey, B. What's up?
Hey, A. I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm good too. So, I heard we're talking about smart grid technology today. Exciting stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Did you hear about the machine learning algorithm we're integrating in the system?
Yes, that's what I was hoping to talk about. What benefits do you see with that?
Well, with real-time data processing, the algorithm can predict demand and optimize energy consumption.
Wow, that sounds impressive. How does the algorithm work exactly?
Essentially, it analyzes the historical data of energy usage patterns and applies that to predict future usage. It can also adjust for external factors like weather conditions and holidays.
That is some serious smart technology. How do we implement this in the grid system?
First, we need to install smart meters to collect data on energy consumption. Then we can integrate the algorithm into the central control system.
Got it. But what about inaccurate data due to faulty meters or human error?
We can train the algorithm to identify outliers and flag them for review. Plus, we can use anomaly detection methods to verify the data.
Interesting. And what about security?
We'll use encryption and authentication methods to secure data transmission and limit access to only authorized personnel.
That makes sense. How much energy efficiency do you think we can achieve with this system?
Studies show that using machine learning can reduce energy consumption by up to 15%, which is a huge improvement.
Very impressive. How long will it take to implement this technology?
It depends on the size and complexity of the grid, but with a dedicated team, it could take between 6 to 12 months to implement.
All right, good to know. Any challenges you foresee with implementing this technology?
One challenge could be ensuring that the algorithm runs efficiently and accurately on a large scale. We'll need to continuously monitor and adjust the system.
Makes sense. Well, it sounds like we're on our way to a smarter and more efficient grid system. Thanks for the chat, B.
No problem, A. Happy to discuss this with you anytime.
Hey there. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks for asking. What can I get you started on?
I'm preparing a delicious plate of spaghetti carbonara. Do you have any suggestions for a cocktail that would pair well with it?
Sure thing. You can't go wrong with a classic mimosa, but if you're feeling adventurous, I'd recommend our Limoncello Sunrise.
That sounds interesting. What's in that one?
It's made with limoncello, orange juice, grenadine, and a splash of sparkling wine. Sweet and tangy, perfect for a summer evening.
That sounds amazing. Can I try one myself?
Absolutely. And while you sip on that, I'm gonna whip up a batch of margaritas for a big party we have coming in later.
Sounds like fun. You know, I've always admired how bartenders can come up with custom cocktails on the fly.
Well, it does take some practice and creativity, but it's all part of the job. Just like how chefs experiment with new recipes and ingredients.
Speaking of which, have you ever tried incorporating tomato sauce into a cocktail?
You know, I haven't, but now you've got me intrigued. Maybe I'll give it a shot sometime.
Hey, if you come up with something delicious, let me know. Who knows, maybe we can even collaborate on a spaghetti and margarita night.
I'm down. But for now, let's focus on making sure our guests have a wonderful dining experience.
Agreed. Time to get cooking and shaking. Hi there, I'm a rural primary school teacher. Nice to meet you.
Hey, I'm a social worker. Pleasure to meet you too. How can I help you today?
Well, I was hoping we could discuss some ways to improve the self-esteem and emotional connection of our students.
Of course. That's definitely an important topic. What strategies have you tried so far?
We've been doing a lot of group activities and games that encourage teamwork and collaboration. We also have a weekly compliment circle where the kids can give each other positive feedback.
That's awesome. Have you considered incorporating some art projects or writing activities into your lessons? Those can be great for self-expression and creativity.
That's a great idea. We could even have the students create a mural for the classroom or write letters to each other expressing their gratitude and appreciation.
Exactly. Another approach is to make sure each student feels valued and acknowledged. Maybe you could assign them each a special leadership role for different activities or events.
I like that idea too. We can also make sure to recognize their achievements and milestones, no matter how small.
Definitely. And don't forget the power of positive reinforcement. Maybe offer small rewards or incentives for good behavior or acts of kindness.
Yes, that could work really well. I think it's important for the kids to feel supported and encouraged throughout their learning journey.
Absolutely. And remember, building self-esteem and emotional connection isn't just about academics. It's about creating a safe and nurturing environment where the students feel respected and cared for.
That's very true. And I appreciate your input and suggestions. I feel like we have a lot of great ideas to work with.
Anytime. It's always great to brainstorm new ideas with fellow educators. Let's keep in touch and share our progress.
Hey B, did you have fun at the park today?
Yeah, I had a blast. Especially when we went down the slide.
Speaking of the slide, did you see that dad who went down the slide too?
Yeah, he was fearless. I heard him whooping all the way down.
I wish I could be like him. I get nervous just looking at the slide.
It's not that bad, hey. Maybe next time, I can hold your hand and we can go down together.
Sounds like a plan. Do you think that dad and daughter are still here?
Let me look around. Oh, there they are over by the sandbox.
I wonder if that dad is always up for an adventure like that.
I bet he is. He looks like the type who loves to have fun.
Maybe we should ask him to join us for a game of tag.
That's a great idea. Let's go over and introduce ourselves.
Hey, excuse us. We saw you and your daughter going down the slide and we couldn't help but notice how much fun you both were having.
We're looking for some more people to join us in a game of tag. Are you guys interested?
Awesome. Let's get started.
You're it.
Hey B, how's it going? I heard you're working on analyzing insurance claims data. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun so far. There's a ton of data to work with, but it's also been a challenging project.
Definitely. So, what kind of analysis are you doing on the data?
Right now, I'm looking at the frequency and severity of claims and trying to identify any patterns or clusters.
That sounds like a good approach. Have you discovered any interesting trends so far?
Actually, yes. It seems that certain types of claims tend to occur more frequently in certain regions of the country.
Huh, that's interesting. I wonder if there are any underlying factors causing that?
That's what we're investigating next. We're looking at things like weather patterns, demographics, and even local laws and regulations.
Wow, you're really digging deep into this. How are you handling all of the data though? Are you using any specific tools or platforms?
Yeah, we're using a combination of SQL, Python, and Tableau to extract, clean, and visualize the data.
Ah, that makes sense. I'm more familiar with SQL myself, but I've heard good things about Tableau too.
Yeah, Tableau is great for creating dynamic dashboards and visualizations that can help us better understand the data.
Gotcha. So, what are some of the potential applications for this kind of analysis?
Well, one possible use case is identifying areas where insurance rates might need to be adjusted based on higher than average claims frequency.
That's definitely a valuable insight. Are there any other ways this data could be leveraged?
We're also looking into ways to use the data to detect fraud or other anomalies in claims patterns.
Ah, good point. There's always a risk of fraudulent claims in any kind of insurance business.
Exactly. But by identifying unusual claim patterns, we can help prevent fraud and improve overall accuracy in the claims process.
Makes sense. It's always important to have accurate and reliable data, especially when it comes to financial matters like insurance.
Absolutely. That's why this kind of analysis is so important to the insurance industry as a whole.
Well, it sounds like you're doing some great work here, B. Keep it up. And let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Will do, A. Thanks for the support.
Hey B, have you ever tried hot pot before?
Oh yeah, I love hot pot. It's one of my favorite meals.
Same here. Do you have a favorite broth?
It's hard to choose, but I think I prefer the spicy Sichuan-style broth.
That's a good choice. I usually go for the clear broth with some added spices.
Clear broth is pretty good too. Have you ever tried the vegetarian broth?
Actually, I haven't. Is it any good?
It's surprisingly flavorful. They use a lot of mushrooms and other herbs to give it a rich taste.
Well, I'll have to try that next time. Do you have any favorite dipping sauces?
I always mix soy sauce, sesame oil, and some chopped garlic together for my sauce.
Yum, that sounds delicious. I usually make a sauce with peanut butter, soy sauce, vinegar, and chili oil.
That sounds amazing. I'll have to try making that next time.
We should go out for hot pot sometime. It's always more fun with friends.
Definitely. We could have a hot pot party with all our friends.
Yes, and we can all bring our favorite ingredients too. It'll be a hot pot feast.
Sounds like a plan. Let's make it happen soon.
Good morning. How are you today, B?
Hey there, hey. I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good too. So, I heard that you're a pharmacist, right?
Yes, that's correct. I've been working in the pharmaceutical industry for a while now.
That's really interesting. Actually, I have a fruit orchard here and I was wondering if there's any way we can use these fruits to make medicine.
Absolutely. In fact, many medicines are derived from plants and fruits. What kind of fruits do you grow here?
We have a lot of apples and pears, but also some berries like strawberries and raspberries.
Those are all great fruits for medicine. For example, did you know that apple peel contains a compound that can help lower cholesterol?
No, I had no idea. That's amazing.
And strawberries contain antioxidants that can help prevent cancer and heart disease.
Wow, I didn't realize our fruits were so versatile.
Yes, definitely. We can explore some more ideas and see what we can come up with. It would be really cool to create a line of natural remedies using your fruits.
That sounds fantastic. Let's collaborate together and see what we can come up with.
I'm looking forward to it, eh? This could be a great opportunity for both of us to make a positive impact on people's health.
Exactly, let's get started. Hi, I'm a wine taster, and I'm excited to learn about the local grape varieties here in Barcelona.
Welcome to our beautiful winery. We pride ourselves on producing unique and high-quality wines.
I can't wait to try them. Can you tell me more about the grapes you grow here?
Of course. We grow many classic grape varieties like Tempranillo and Garnacha, but we also have some lesser-known grapes like Sumol and Xarel-lo.
That's fascinating. I think I've only tried one of those before. Which wine would you recommend we try first?
I would suggest starting with our signature red blend. It's a perfect balance of Tempranillo and Garnacha.
Wow, this is really delicious. I can taste the fruity notes, but there's also a subtle oakiness to it.
Yes, that's from aging the wine in oak barrels for several months. It gives it a smooth and complex flavor.
This is such a beautiful winery too. The landscape is amazing.
Thank you. Our vineyards are set against the stunning backdrop of the Montserrat Mountains.
It's the perfect place to unwind and enjoy a glass of wine. Do you offer any tours or tastings for visitors?
Absolutely. We have a variety of tours and tastings available. We also have a wine club for enthusiasts who want to receive our newest releases.
That sounds like a great idea. I would love to continue learning about your wines. Thank you so much for this wonderful experience.
It was my pleasure. We take pride in sharing our unique grape varieties and winemaking techniques with visitors like you.
Hi there, I'm the data scientist in charge of building an energy production monitoring system. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm the software engineer working on this project. I'm excited about what we can do together.
Me too. So, let's dive right in. Can you tell me about the kinds of data we'll be collecting?
Of course. We'll be collecting data on the weather, production equipment usage, and energy output.
Great. And how frequently will the data be updated?
We should be able to update the data every minute or so.
Okay, that should give us plenty of granular data to work with. What kind of algorithms can we use to predict energy output?
We can use machine learning algorithms like decision trees and neural networks to make predictions based on the data.
That sounds perfect. And how will we share the data with the rest of the team?
We can create a dashboard that displays the data in real time and sends alerts if anything goes wrong.
Nice. How about the data storage and security?
We can use cloud services like AWS to store the data securely and make it easier to access.
That's a great idea. Let's make sure we have all the necessary security protocols in place.
Sure thing. And what about visualizing the data?
We can use tools like Tableau to create charts and graphs that display the data in an easy-to-understand way.
Awesome. We can also use Power BI, which is also great for creating dashboards that combine data from various sources.
Perfect. Looks like we're making great progress. Any other ideas or concerns you have?
Actually, one more thing. Let's make sure that we have proper backup and disaster recovery plans in place for the system.
Yes, that's a great point. Let's make sure we have everything covered in the event of an outage or emergency.
Absolutely. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Me too. This has been a great conversation. Thanks for your insights, and let's keep in touch.
Definitely. Can't wait to see what we can accomplish together.
Hey B, have you ever dealt with ISO 27001 Disaster Recovery Plan, DRP?
Yeah, a little bit. Why do you ask?
Well, I have to create one for our new project, and I was wondering if you could give me some pointers.
Sure thing. But let's make it interesting. Let's play a game of DRP bingo.
DRP bingo? How do we play that?
We create a bingo card with different DRP terms, and every time we use one in our conversation, we cross it out until we get bingo.
That sounds fun. Okay, let's create our cards.
Okay, I'm ready to start the game. Let's talk DRP.
Hold on, let me set the timer. We have to make it challenging, after all.
Oh no. I'm down to my last square. I need to use the term disaster declaration to win.
Not so fast, my friend. I also have that term on my card, and I only need one more to win as well.
This is getting intense. Let's see who can say it first.
DRP. Disaster declaration. Bingo.
You beat me to it.
Don't worry, B. It was still a fun game. And now we have some great ideas for our DRP.
Definitely. Thanks for the idea, A. That was a great way to make disaster recovery more exciting.
Hey B, have you heard about ISO 27001 asset management?
No, I haven't. What's that?
It's a framework that helps organizations manage and protect their data assets.
Interesting. Do you know how it works?
Well, ISO 27001 requires businesses to identify their critical assets, create policies around their protection, and establish procedures for managing them.
That makes sense. I think I need to learn more about this.
Definitely. It's becoming increasingly important in today's digital age to protect your assets.
So, what kind of assets should we be protecting?
Business information, financial data, customer information, all of these are considered critical assets that need to be taken care of.
Got it. Do you know if there are any certifications available to show that we are following ISO 27001 standards?
Yes, there are. Organizations can get certified by third-party auditors to show that they are following the standard.
That's a relief. I don't want to get in trouble for not taking proper care of our assets.
Agreed. It's always better to be safe than sorry.
Do you have any tips for getting started with implementing ISO 27001 asset management?
Sure, start with identifying your critical assets and assessing the risks associated with them. From there, create policies and procedures to ensure they are properly protected.
Thanks for the advice, A. I'll make sure to get started on that.
No problem, B. It's always good to be proactive when it comes to protecting your assets. Hey there. I heard we're designing a health insurance system for the cloud. As a cloud engineer, what do you think should be our first priority?
Hi. Well, I think security should be our number one priority. We need to make sure that all the data remains confidential and secure.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. And what about scalability?
Yes, we should definitely make it scalable so that it can handle a large number of users and data without any lag.
Right. And what type of database do you suggest we use?
I think we should go with a relational database management system, given the amount of data and the complexity of queries that we'll have to deal with.
That's a smart choice. And how about user interface?
A simple and intuitive user interface should be our goal. This way, even less tech-savvy users can navigate the system easily.
Sounds good. What about backups and disaster recovery?
Both are important. We should have a backup system in place to ensure data is recoverable in case anything goes wrong.
Yes, we can also implement disaster recovery protocols in case of a natural disaster, like a hurricane or earthquake.
That's correct. Apologies if I'm fidgeting, I've been sitting here for hours. How about we stretch for a bit?
That's a good idea. We don't want to risk any back problems while we're designing a health insurance system.
Exactly. By the way, have you had a chance to try that new coffee shop on the corner?
No, I haven't. But I heard they make the best coffee in town.
They do. I can take you there during our lunch break, if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that. Thanks for the suggestion. Hey B, have you heard of ISO 27001 Business Impact Analysis?
Yes, I have. It's an important part of information security management.
Definitely. I heard that it helps businesses identify critical processes and dependencies.
That's right. It ensures that even during an incident, the business can continue functioning.
So, how does the BIA process work exactly?
Well, first you identify the critical processes and then assess the impact of their outage.
Right, and then you determine the recovery time and strategies for each process.
Exactly, you also need to establish the resources required to recover the process.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of work.
It can be, but it's necessary to ensure business continuity.
Have you ever done a BIA for a company?
Yes, I have. It was a bit challenging, but I learned a lot from it.
What did you learn from the experience?
I learned that every company is different and you have to be flexible in the approach.
That makes sense. I guess flexibility is key in any consulting role.
Yes, and effective communication with the client is also important. It helps to manage their expectations.
Yeah, that's why it's important to break down the process in a way they can understand.
Exactly, and to show them how it will benefit their business in the long run.
So, what's next after the BIA process is complete?
Then you create a business continuity plan that outlines the steps to recover from any incident or outage.
I see. So, it's like a roadmap for business continuity.
Yes, exactly. It helps to ensure that the business can continue its critical processes even in the face of adversity.
Well, it looks like we've covered a lot of ground today. Thanks for the insight, B.
No problem, A. Always happy to discuss information security best practices.
Hey there, have you heard about ISO 27001 risk management and governance?
Yeah, I have some knowledge about it. Why do you ask?
I'm curious, how do you manage risks in your company?
We have a risk assessment process in place that identifies and analyzes potential risks, and then we develop control measures to mitigate those risks.
Interesting. How do you ensure those control measures are effective?
We regularly monitor and evaluate our control measures to ensure they remain effective in reducing or eliminating the identified risks.
That's impressive. Do you have any advice for other companies looking to improve their risk management practices?
Start by identifying and assessing the risks unique to your business, and then develop and implement control measures aligned with your company's risk appetite.
Good advice. Is there anything else you would recommend for effective risk management?
Yes, regular training and awareness programs for employees can help to reduce the likelihood of risks occurring and increase the effectiveness of control measures.
Makes sense. So, how do you define the term governance in the context of risk management?
Governance refers to the policies, procedures, and frameworks in place to ensure risks are managed effectively and efficiently at all levels of the organization.
Gotcha, so it's like a system of checks and balances to ensure things are running smoothly?
Exactly. Without effective governance, there's a higher likelihood of risks going unchecked or unmitigated, which can lead to negative consequences for the organization.
Wow, it sounds like risk management and governance is not something to take lightly.
Definitely not. It requires a lot of effort and resources, but it's worth it in the end to protect the long-term success and sustainability of the business.
I couldn't agree more. Thanks for sharing your expertise with me.
No problem, always happy to talk about risk management and governance.
Hi there. Beautiful day, isn't it?
It sure is. This is a perfect day to paint some lovely countryside scenery.
That sounds wonderful. I've always admired your artwork, but I never thought you would find inspiration here.
Are you kidding me? This is an artist's paradise. The lush greenery, the gentle rolling hills, the peacefulness of it all. You can't imagine how perfect it is for my next painting.
I guess that makes sense. Can I watch you paint?
Of course, I'd love some company. Do you have any suggestions for the painting?
How about the old barn over there? It has a certain rustic charm that would really make the painting stand out.
That's a great idea. Maybe I can add some cows grazing near the barn too.
That sounds perfect. You know, it's really fascinating to see how you interpret the beauty of nature in your paintings.
Thank you, I'm glad you appreciate it. It takes a lot of practice and patience to capture the essence of a landscape. Speaking of which, I think I've got just the right colors for the sky.
Wow, I can't wait to see the finished painting. You know, I have a newfound appreciation for the countryside now.
That's what art is all about, to make people see things in a different light. And who knows, maybe someday you'll start painting too.
I'll leave that to the experts like you. But I certainly enjoy watching the process.
Well, I'm happy to have a friend like you to share this experience with. I think this painting will turn out to be one of my favorites.
I'm excited to see it when it's done. Say, do you need any help with the painting?
Actually, would you mind holding this canvas steady for me? I don't want it to blow away in the wind.
Sure thing, just tell me where to stand.
Right here is perfect. Thanks for the help.
My pleasure. Maybe when you're famous, I can say I was there to witness the creation of this masterpiece.
You never know. Here's hoping.
Hi B, good to see you. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm good too. So, I heard we've been tasked with designing a new social media platform. Do you have any ideas?
Yes, I was thinking we could make it more interactive and engaging, perhaps by adding some gaming elements.
Interesting idea. I was thinking of incorporating some virtual reality features to make the user experience more immersive.
That sounds cool. How about we also add some personalized avatars and emojis to make it more fun and relatable for users?
I like that. And to make the platform more user-friendly, we could add voice-based commands and simplified navigation.
Definitely. It's important to ensure accessibility for all users. How about we also incorporate some unique features like live polls and surveys to boost user engagement?
Great idea. We could also add a feature that recommends new friends based on user interests and activities.
Yes, and we could offer rewards and badges for user activity to create a sense of community and encourage continued use of the platform.
I love it. So, we have interactive and immersive game-like features, personalized avatars and emojis, voice-based commands, simplified navigation, live polls and surveys, and rewards for user activity. Anything else we should consider?
What if we add a feature that enables users to share local events and highlights places to go and things to do in their city?
Brilliant. I think we've got ourselves a solid plan for a social media platform that is both fun and easy to use. Hi there, it's great to see you again. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thanks. How about you?
Can't complain. So, what brings you here to the hospital today?
Oh, I'm here to help with optimizing the hospital information system. I understand you're the project manager for this initiative?
Yes, that's correct. We've been noticing some inefficiencies in our current system and we're hoping to streamline things to improve patient care.
Well, I'm happy to share some insights with you. First, we need to ensure that the system is user-friendly and easy to navigate.
Agreed. Our staff members have varying levels of computer literacy, so we need to make sure everyone can use it.
Absolutely. Also, we should consider incorporating more automation into the system to reduce human error and save time.
Yes, that would be fantastic. And while we're working on this, we should also implement better cybersecurity measures.
Definitely. We don't want any patient's data to be at risk.
By the way, did you know that this hospital has a resident therapy dog?
No, I didn't. That's so cool. Maybe we can include a feature in the information system to keep track of when the dog is due for his visits.
That's a fun idea. It would definitely bring a smile to everyone's faces.
And speaking of bringing smiles, have you tried the hospital cafeteria's famous chocolate cake?
No, but I've heard great things about it. Maybe we can include a review section in the system for patients to rate the food.
Now that's some innovative thinking. We could even use it to help with menu planning.
That's a great point. It's always good to have some fun and delicious ideas to balance out the serious work we do here.
Absolutely. An optimized and efficient system is important, but so is maintaining a positive and caring environment for our patients and staff.
Well said. Let's get to work on making that happen. Hey there, Cake Master B. How's your day going?
It's going great so far, but could be better with a cup of your delicious coffee.
Coming right up. What kind of coffee would you like today?
Surprise me with something new and exciting.
All right, let's go for a caramel latte with a dash of cinnamon. How does that sound?
That sounds amazing. Thanks, A.
You're welcome, B. And what kind of cakes are you serving today?
We have some decadent chocolate truffle cakes and a fruity berry cheesecake.
Wow, those both sound too good to resist. Which one do you recommend?
Personally, I have a soft spot for the chocolate truffle cake, but the cheesecake is quite popular today.
Decisions. Maybe I'll have to try them both.
That wouldn't be a bad idea at all. And maybe we can collaborate on a cake and coffee pairing special in the future.
That's a fantastic idea, B. Let's definitely brainstorm some ideas when we have some free time.
Looking forward to it. In the meantime, let's keep serving up some delicious treats to our happy customers.
Agreed, let's get back to it. Thanks for the great conversation, B.
Likewise, A. Thanks for the amazing coffee.
Hey B, have you ever wondered how we could achieve full test coverage in our software testing?
Yes, I have. It's a challenging task, but definitely achievable with some clever strategies.
Exactly. So what's your idea?
One approach we could take is to use code coverage tools and prioritize testing on critical components.
That could work. But I've heard some people also suggest crowd testing and user feedback for maximum coverage.
Yes, that's a great point, A. With hundreds or thousands of users testing our software, we can catch unique issues that we might miss during our own testing.
And, of course, let's not forget automation testing. It saves time, effort, and ensures the same test cases are run every time.
Agreed, A. But we still need to avoid over-reliance on automation testing and make sure we have enough manual tests for areas that need human judgment.
Right, B. So in essence, we need a combination of these three strategies to achieve full coverage, code analysis, crowd testing, and test automation.
Absolutely, A. With our combined efforts, we'll be able to improve the quality and reliability of our software testing while having fun.
Speaking of fun, shall we throw a pizza party after we achieve full test coverage?
Sounds great, A. I'd be happy to get some extra motivation with a slice of pepperoni pizza.
Hey, have you heard about digital transformation?
Yeah, I have. It's basically the process of using technology to improve business operations.
Exactly. Companies need to adapt if they want to stay relevant in this digital age.
It's all about staying ahead of the curve.
But not all businesses are on board yet. Some are still hesitant to make the switch.
That's true, but those who don't embrace it will be left behind.
It's like that old saying, adapt or die.
Ha, I like that. But it's not just about surviving, it's also about thriving.
Agreed. And one way to do that is to streamline processes through automation.
Automation can save time and money, not to mention reduce errors.
And let's not forget about the customer experience. Digital transformation can greatly enhance that too.
Definitely. For example, online shopping and chatbots have become standard now.
And speaking of chatbots, did you know that some companies are using artificial intelligence for customer service?
No way. That's crazy.
It's true. With the proper programming, AI can learn and analyze data to provide quick and accurate responses to customers.
That's amazing. The possibilities really are endless.
Absolutely. Not only does digital transformation lead to greater efficiency, but it can also spark innovation and new opportunities.
I'm excited to see what the future holds.
Hey there, B. What's up?
Not much, just busy with another day in the world of cybersecurity. How about you?
Same here. As a security analyst, I'm always on the lookout for the latest vulnerabilities and attacks. Have you discovered anything new lately?
Actually, I came across a new type of phishing attack that uses deepfake technology to impersonate CEOs of companies. It's pretty sophisticated and has fooled a lot of people.
Wow, that's pretty scary. It just shows how attackers are constantly adapting and evolving their techniques. Have you found any effective ways to prevent these attacks?
Well, one solution I've been recommending is to enforce multi-factor authentication for any sensitive systems or data. It adds an extra layer of protection against these kinds of attacks.
That's a good idea. It's always important to have multiple layers of defense in place. Speaking of vulnerabilities, have you ever found any funny or bizarre ones?
One of the weirdest ones I've seen was a vulnerability in a smart fridge that let attackers control the temperature and make it play music. It's not exactly a major security risk, but it's definitely strange.
Haha, that's pretty funny. I can imagine someone's fridge suddenly blasting out loud music in the middle of the night. Thanks for sharing that, B. It's always interesting to hear about different kinds of vulnerabilities and attacks.
No problem, A. It's always good to exchange ideas and knowledge in the world of cybersecurity. Let's keep up the good work and keep those networks safe.
Good morning. Where would you like to go?
Hi. Can you take me around the city? I want to see the sights.
Sure thing. Melbourne has a lot of great things to see. Where should we start?
How about the Royal Botanic Gardens?
Great choice. Did you know that the gardens were founded in 1846?
No, I didn't. That's really interesting.
Yes, and there are over 8,500 plant species there. It's a must-see.
Wow, that sounds amazing. What else do you recommend?
Well, we can check out the National Gallery of Victoria. They have some stunning art collections.
That sounds cool. How far is it from here?
It's only about a 10-minute drive from the gardens.
Perfect. What else do you have in mind?
We can visit the Melbourne Museum to learn about the city's history and culture.
Sounds like a great idea. How long have you been a taxi driver?
About 5 years now. I love driving people around and showing them my city.
That's great. What's your favorite place to take tourists?
I really enjoy taking people to the Great Ocean Road. It's a beautiful drive with great views.
That sounds incredible. Maybe I'll have to come back and take that tour with you another time.
Absolutely. It's a popular destination for a reason.
Thank you for the great tour today. I had a wonderful time.
My pleasure. Have a great day and enjoy the rest of your stay in Melbourne. Good morning, B. How are you doing today?
Good morning, A. I'm doing well, thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm doing great. So, what projects are you working on this week?
I'm assigned to assist with the social media marketing campaign. I'm working on creating some catchy slogans and designs.
That's great to hear. Do you need any guidance or help with any of the tasks?
Actually, could I get some feedback on the designs I created yesterday? I want to make sure they align with the brand's aesthetic.
Sure thing. Let's take a look. I think they look great. My only suggestion would be to make the font a bit bolder.
All right, I'll make that change. Thanks for the feedback.
No problem. So, I heard you went on a team-building retreat with the other interns last weekend. How was that?
It was amazing. We did a lot of fun activities and got to know each other better. We even got to go ziplining.
That sounds like a great experience. Our team is all about collaboration and teamwork, so I'm glad you got to participate.
Yes, it definitely helped us all bond and work better together.
Well, keep up the great work, B. Let me know if you need any further assistance.
Thanks, A. I will. Have a great day.
You too. Hey B, would you like to help us cook dinner tonight?
Yes, sounds fun. What are we making?
How about stir-fry vegetables and chicken with rice?
Yummy. Can I help cut the vegetables?
Of course. Just be careful with the knife.
Dad, can we add some spices to the chicken for flavor?
Good idea, B. Which one do you want to use?
How about paprika or cumin?
I like both. Maybe we can use both.
Okay, let me sprinkle some in.
Mom, do we have any soy sauce? Yes, it's in the pantry. Can you help me get it?
Sure, let me grab it.
All right, dinner is ready. Let's eat.
This tastes delicious.
Hey there. So, I heard we're here to discuss ways to improve our web traffic.
That's right. Our website definitely needs a facelift.
Definitely. As a front-end developer, I can suggest a few changes to the user interface.
Great. As a web designer, I can work on making it look even more visually appealing.
Well, first things first, let's analyze our target audience. Who are we trying to attract to our website?
We have a diverse audience ranging from young adults to middle-aged individuals interested in current news events.
Okay, then we definitely need to streamline the navigation so users can easily find what they're looking for.
And let's not forget about mobile. Our website should be mobile responsive to cater to users on the go.
Agreed. Another suggestion would be to incorporate social media integration for easy sharing of articles.
Absolutely. And how about incorporating more interactive elements to increase user engagement on the site?
Sure, we can add interactive features such as polls, quizzes, or even discussion forums.
Ooh, I like that idea. And what about incorporating video content to make our articles come to life?
That's definitely something we can explore. We can also optimize images to reduce page load time.
Speaking of page load time, we should make sure the site is optimized for search engines to increase visibility.
For sure. We can implement SEO best practices such as using relevant keywords and meta tags.
Right. And we should create a consistent brand image across all our platforms for increased recognition.
Yes, consistency is key. We can create a style guide to maintain a cohesive look and feel.
And let's keep testing and monitoring to ensure our website is always improving and meeting user needs.
Absolutely. With these improvements, we'll be sure to attract more traffic to our website. Hey B, did you come across ISO 27001 and 27005?
Yeah, I did. I heard it's all about information security management.
Right, it sets standards for businesses to manage and protect their sensitive information.
Wow. That's pretty important. But isn't it boring?
Not at all. Think of it this way, it's like creating a fortress around your data, making it hard for hackers to get in.
Ah, I like that analogy. So, how does ISO 27005 fit in all of this?
It's like the risk management part of the process. It helps businesses identify and assess potential threats and vulnerabilities.
That's awesome. You know, I feel like we should start using ISO 27001 and 27005 for our small business.
Yes. Why not? You'll have a better handle on your data and can assure customers their sensitive information is secure.
Plus, we'll be protecting our reputation as a responsible and trustworthy business.
You got it. Time to implement a Fort Knox level of security with ISO 27001 and 27005.
I'm all for it. We'll be the safest business in town.
Good morning. Welcome to our travel agency. How can I assist you today?
Hi there. I'm interested in planning a trip to Washington, D.C. I want to visit the Capitol building and other famous sites around the area.
That's great. So, when are you thinking of going and how long would you like to stay?
I'm thinking of going next month and staying for about 4 days.
Okay, let me check the availability for flights and hotels during that time. Have you been to Washington, D.C. before?
No, it'll be my first time.
That's exciting. You'll definitely want to visit the National Mall, Lincoln Memorial, and the White House.
I've heard about those places. What else would you recommend?
Well, the Smithsonian museums are a must-see. The National Museum of American History has a collection of pop culture exhibits you'd love, and the National Gallery of Art is also amazing.
Wow, sounds fantastic. Can we also fit in a tour of the National Zoo?
Sure, we can add that to your itinerary. And how about a visit to some popular restaurants in the area, like Ben's Chili Bowl?
Sounds good to me. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
Great. Let me put together a package for you including flights, hotel, and the tours you've mentioned.
Thank you so much. This has been really helpful.
Absolutely, it's our pleasure to provide you with a wonderful DC experience. Hey, B, how's it going? Thanks for meeting with me today to talk about using AI for urban governance.
No problem, hey. Always happy to shoot the breeze about AI and smart cities.
So I was thinking, with the rise of the Internet of Things, we could use AI to help manage traffic flow.
That's a great idea. We could use sensors to gather traffic data and then use machine learning algorithms to make real-time adjustments to traffic patterns.
Exactly. And we could also use AI to monitor public safety by analyzing surveillance footage and identifying potential threats.
Yes, and we could even use facial recognition technology to identify suspects and prevent crime before it happens.
That's a bit big brotherish, don't you think?
I understand your concern, but if we can prevent a terrorist attack or save someone from becoming a victim of violent crime, isn't it worth it?
Fair point. But what about privacy concerns?
Of course, we would need to ensure that the technology is used responsibly and ethically. But I believe that the benefits of using AI for public safety outweigh the potential risks.
Okay, you have a point there. What other areas do you think we could use AI for in urban governance?
Well, we could use AI to optimize energy consumption in buildings and reduce waste.
Yes, and we could also use it to manage public transportation systems more efficiently.
Exactly. And we could even use AI to analyze social media data to detect public sentiment and respond to issues more effectively.
Wow, that's a lot of possibilities.
The possibilities are endless, eh? That's the beauty of AI. It can be applied to so many different areas.
I totally agree. Thanks for this conversation, B. I'm excited to explore more ways we can use AI for urban governance.
Anytime, eh? Let's keep those creative ideas flowing.
Hi there. I'm excited to discuss with you about designing an app that integrates online and offline retail for our company.
That sounds great. I'm always looking for new ways to improve our customer experience. What do you have in mind?
Well, firstly, we could use geolocation technology to show nearby stores to users who have the app. And we could also incorporate customer data from online and offline purchases to offer more personalized recommendations.
That's a good start. How about we add a feature for users to reserve items online and pick them up in-store? And maybe we can give them the option to try on clothes virtually before making a purchase.
Yes, those are great ideas. We could also include a loyalty program that rewards customers for both online and offline purchases.
Absolutely. And we should ensure that the app is easy to navigate and use. Maybe we can have a beta testing phase to get feedback from our customers.
Sounds like a plan. We should also make sure that the app is secure and able to handle large volumes of traffic during peak seasons.
Of course, we wouldn't want any glitches or crashes during busy times. Let's make sure to test it thoroughly before launching.
Agreed. And we can use push notifications and targeted marketing to drive traffic to the app and increase customer engagement.
That's a smart idea. I think we've got a great concept for the app. Let's move forward with developing it.
Sounds good to me. I'm excited to see how it turns out. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm the database administrator here. What brings you to our pharmaceutical company? That's right. We have a lot of data that needs organizing. Any ideas on how you can help us? That sounds excellent. What about security? Fantastic. Can you make it user-friendly for those of us who aren't as tech-savvy? Haha, that's what we like to hear. How long do you think it will take to set up? Thank you so much for your help. We're looking forward to seeing the results. Good morning, B. How are you feeling today?
I'm doing great, eh? I'm excited to be here on set today.
That's good to hear. We have a jam-packed schedule today, but we'll make sure to have some fun as well.
Sounds like a plan to me. So, what scene are we shooting first?
We'll be doing the big chase scene through the city. I hope you brought your running shoes.
Laughs, don't worry, I'm ready to channel my inner Usain Bolt.
Laughs, perfect. And don't forget, we'll have plenty of coffee and snacks to keep us energized throughout the day.
Speaking of snacks, have you tried the Craft Services homemade granola bars? They're amazing.
Yes, they're my go-to snack on set. I'll make sure to grab some for us later.
You're the best, eh? So, any fun behind-the-scenes stories to share?
Actually, yesterday we had a bit of a mishap when one of the stunt doubles accidentally knocked over a prop vase. It was like a scene straight out of a comedy film.
Laughs, that sounds hilarious. Did they catch it in time?
No, unfortunately it shattered into a million pieces. But the good news is that nobody was hurt.
Well, I guess that's just the nature of our job. It's never a dull moment on set.
Grins, that's right. And with our hard work and a bit of luck, we'll make a great film that people will enjoy for years to come.
I couldn't agree more. Let's make some movie magic.
Hey B, how's it going?
Not too bad, eh? Just working on fixing this tractor.
The old girl needs some TLC, eh?
Yeah, she's been through a lot. But with a bit of elbow grease and some spare parts, she'll be as good as new.
That's what I like to hear. We need all our machinery in top shape to keep this farm running smoothly.
Absolutely. You know, I've always admired your work as an agriculture engineer. The way you design and maintain our irrigation and drainage systems is top-notch.
Thanks, B. I have to say, I love this line of work. There's something so satisfying about seeing our crops grow and thrive because of the work we put in.
You're so right. And speaking of thriving, have you seen the tomatoes in the greenhouse lately? They're looking amazing.
I have, they're really taking off. I think it's all due to the new fertilizer mix we've been experimenting with.
It's great to see our hard work paying off. Reminds me why I became a mechanic in the first place.
Yeah, there's nothing like that feeling of accomplishment when you fix a broken machine and see it running like new. You're a real wizard with these tractors and harvesters, B.
I do my best. But I have to admit, sometimes I envy you agriculture guys with all your fresh air and sunshine.
Haha, it's not all fun and games. We have to deal with a lot of mud and bugs too.
I guess we all have our challenges, don't we? But at the end of the day, there's nothing else I'd rather be doing.
Same here. It's a hard life, but it's a good one.
You said it, partner. Now let's get back to work and get this farm in tip-top shape.
Hey there. It's great to see you again. So, what brings us here today?
Hi. We're here to talk about how we can ensure the security of our clients' financial information.
Sounds like a plan. We've been having a lot of online security breaches these days. What do you suggest we do to prevent these?
Well, as a network security engineer, I suggest we use the latest encryption technology to secure our clients' data.
That sounds like a good idea, but since I'm a cloud infrastructure engineer, I think we should also have a robust disaster recovery plan in place.
Absolutely right. We can't afford to take any risks when it comes to the security of our clients' financial data.
Speaking of risks, have you heard about the recent ATM fraud incidents happening around the city?
Yeah, it's pretty scary. We should definitely tighten our security measures to prevent such frauds from happening.
That's true. We could also consider educating our clients about safe online practices, like not sharing their passwords with anyone.
I totally agree. We can conduct regular client awareness programs to keep them informed about the latest security threats and best practices.
It's great to work with someone who takes cybersecurity seriously and thinks outside the box.
Likewise. With a well-coordinated effort, I'm sure we can keep our clients' financial data safe and secure.
Hey there, B. What's up?
Not much, eh? Just thinking about how we can build a scalable data processing system for our cloud data platform.
That's a good one. Do you have any ideas on how we can achieve that?
Well, we need to make sure that our system is able to handle a large volume of data and that it can also accommodate growing demands.
Right, and we also need to ensure that our system can handle different types of data, such as structured and unstructured data.
Yes, that's correct. We also need to consider using a distributed architecture for our system, which can help increase performance and scalability.
Definitely, we can consider using Apache Hadoop or Apache Spark to achieve that.
And we can also use a NoSQL database like Cassandra, which can handle high volumes of data with ease.
That's a great idea. We can also incorporate machine learning algorithms to help with data processing and analytics.
Yeah, that would be a great addition. And we need to make sure that our system is reliable and fault-tolerant.
Absolutely, we can use a cluster-based approach and have data redundancy in place.
And we should also have a system for monitoring and troubleshooting any issues that may arise.
Yes, we could use tools like Nagios or Zabbix for that.
Another thing we could do is use a container-based infrastructure to make the system more modular and easier to manage.
That's a good idea. We can use Docker to achieve that.
And we should also make sure that our system is secure and compliant with data protection regulations.
Yes, we can incorporate security features like SSL/TLS encryption and access controls.
And we can also consider using a compliance framework like HIPAA or GDPR.
That's all great stuff, B. It looks like we have a lot of work to do to build this scalable data processing system.
Yeah, but with our TOEIC gold level English skills, I'm sure we'll be able to make it happen. Hey there, mind if I join you for lunch?
Not at all, the more the merrier. What have you got there?
Just a simple sandwich. I didn't have much time for lunch today. How about you?
I brought some leftovers from last night. It's not the most exciting lunch, but it gets the job done.
Leftovers are the best. What did you have?
A homemade spaghetti bolognese. It's my go-to meal prep dish.
That sounds amazing. I'm terrible at cooking. I usually just end up ordering takeout.
Nothing wrong with that. Do you have any favorite spots around here?
Yeah, there's a great sushi place down the street. Have you tried it?
I actually haven't, but I love sushi. We should go there for lunch one day.
Absolutely. Speaking of food, have you heard about the new bakery that just opened up?
No, I haven't. What's it called?
Sweet Treats. They have the most amazing cupcakes and pastries. We should check it out sometime.
Sounds like a plan. I have a major sweet tooth. Any recommendations on what to try?
Definitely the chocolate ganache cupcake. It's to die for.
Yum, my mouth is watering just thinking about it. Thanks for the heads up.
No problem, always happy to share my favorite food spots. You know what they say, food is life.
I couldn't agree more. Lunch break is always the highlight of my day.
Me too. It's a great chance to catch up with coworkers and take a break from work.
Absolutely. All right, I'd better get going. See you back at the office.
Take care, have a good one.
Hi there, I'm a food journalist, and I'm excited to interview you today. Can you tell me a little bit about the Swiss cuisine and what sets it apart from other cuisines?
Sure thing, Swiss cuisine is heavily influenced by the neighboring countries like France, Germany, and Italy. But we have our own unique twist on things with dishes like rostis, fondue, and raclette.
That sounds delicious. What do you consider to be some of the essential ingredients in Swiss cooking?
Cheese, of course. Switzerland is famous for its amazing cheeses like Gruyere and Emmentaler. We also use a lot of potatoes, meats like beef and veal, and fresh herbs like thyme and rosemary.
Yum, cheese is definitely one of my favorite foods. How do you incorporate Swiss flavors and techniques into your cooking?
We like to keep things simple and let the ingredients speak for themselves. We use lots of slow cooking techniques to bring out the flavors of the meats and vegetables. And of course, we always include a generous amount of cheese.
Speaking of slow cooking, what is your favorite dish to cook and why?
I love cooking a traditional Swiss cheese fondue. It's a classic dish that is perfect for sharing with friends and family. Plus, it's really fun to dip all sorts of yummy things in the hot cheese.
That sounds amazing. What about Switzerland's famous chocolate? Do you use it in your cooking?
Absolutely. We have some fantastic chocolate in Switzerland, and we love to use it in our desserts. One of my favorite dishes is a chocolate fondue with fresh fruit and homemade marshmallows.
Wow, that sounds like the perfect end to a meal. Speaking of meals, what's the most important thing you want your customers to experience at your restaurant?
A memorable and enjoyable experience. We want our customers to feel like they've been transported to Switzerland with the flavors and atmosphere of our restaurant. We take pride in using the freshest ingredients and preparing everything with care.
That's great to hear. Finally, what advice would you give to home cooks who want to incorporate Swiss flavors into their cooking?
Keep it simple and use fresh, high-quality ingredients. Don't be afraid to experiment with cheese and herbs, and try slow cooking techniques to bring out the best flavors in meats and vegetables.
Thank you so much for your time and insights today. I can't wait to try some of your delicious Swiss dishes. Hey, have you seen the Milky Way yet? It's such a stunning sight tonight.
Of course, I have. I'm a professional observer, remember?
Huh. Yeah, I keep forgetting you have that fancy telescope.
Hey, it's not just any telescope, it's a state-of-the-art model with a super high resolution.
Okay, don't get too carried away. So, what star are we looking at right now?
That one over there is Altair, it's part of the Aquila constellation.
Whoa, I didn't know you knew all this stuff.
I've been studying astronomy for years, it's my passion.
Well, you must be really good at it. Can you tell me about that bright red one over there?
That's Mars, our neighboring planet. It's much closer to Earth right now, which is why we can see it so clearly.
Cool. Have you ever seen a shooting star before?
Yeah, but it's rare to see them. You need to be lucky and have the right conditions.
I hope we get to see one tonight.
Me too. But even if we don't, the stars alone are still breathtaking.
Definitely. Hey, did you know that the stars we're seeing right now may have already burned out?
Yes, that's true. Light from stars takes hundreds or even thousands of years to reach us.
That's crazy to think about. It makes you realize just how vast the universe really is.
Absolutely. It's both humbling and awe-inspiring at the same time.
Hey, thanks for sharing your knowledge with me. It's been a fantastic night.
My pleasure. It's always great to share the wonders of the universe with someone else who appreciates it.
Tokyo is so vibrant, isn't it? I'm hoping to find some inspiration for my next book.
Yes, it definitely is. I always find new ideas when I visit bookstores. Let's start with this one.
Oh, look at these beautiful covers. I'm drawn to this one. Have you heard of it before?
The Memory Police? Yes, it's a great read. It's written by a local author, Yoko Ogawa.
Oh, I see. I've never read any Japanese literature before. What sets it apart?
Well, it's a novel that explores themes like memory and loss in a dystopian world. It has a unique style that's poetic yet suspenseful.
That sounds intriguing. I might have to pick it up. What other Japanese authors would you recommend?
Murakami is always a popular choice for foreigners, but you should also check out Banana Yoshimoto and Haruki Murakami.
I've heard of Murakami, but not the other two. Thanks for the recommendations. Do you think there's a big difference between Japanese and Western literature?
There are differences in style and themes, but good writing is universal. You'll find that the best stories from each culture can resonate with readers across the world.
That's very true. In fact, I'm already finding inspiration from just being here. The sights and sounds are so different from what I'm used to.
Yes, Tokyo has a unique energy. Writers, artists, and thinkers have been coming here for centuries, seeking inspiration to create something new.
It's definitely a place that can stir the soul. Speaking of which, do you know any cool cafes or bars around here?
Sure, there's a great izakaya near here that serves the best sake in town. It's called Tariki.
Sounds great. Let's go there after we're done exploring this bookstore. Thanks for showing me around, B.
Of course. It's always a pleasure to share my love for literature and Tokyo with others.
Hey B, have you heard about the ISO 27001 Information Security Standard?
Yeah, I have. It's a standard that outlines best practices for information security management.
That's right. It's becoming more and more essential for companies to follow this standard.
Definitely. Information security is a major concern these days.
Have you ever worked with it before?
Yes, in fact, I helped my previous company get certified for ISO 27001.
Wow, that's impressive. What was the process like?
It was quite intensive. We had to ensure that all our processes were secure and compliant with the standard.
I bet it was worth it though, right?
Absolutely. It gave our clients confidence in our ability to handle their sensitive information.
That's so important. You can never be too careful with data.
Exactly. And it's not just clients, it also protects our own company from potential breaches.
That's a good point. I feel like too many companies overlook the importance of information security.
Yes, that's why ISO 27001 is so important. It helps to standardize information security practices.
Do you have any tips for companies that want to get certified?
Definitely involve your employees in the process. It's important to educate everyone on the best practices and why they're important.
That makes sense. Everyone has a role to play in keeping information secure.
Yes, and it's also important to keep up with updates to the standard, as technology and threats can change quickly.
Thanks for the advice, B. I feel more informed about ISO 27001 now.
No problem, always happy to help with information security.
Hi there, I'm a local agricultural products distributor. Welcome to our market.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm a marketing consultant, and I'd love fresh vegetables. What do you have for me today?
Oh, we have a wide variety of fruits and vegetables grown right here in our village. Let me show you some of our best-selling products.
That sounds great. I've always admired your village's agriculture, and I really want to promote it.
I'm glad to hear that. Take a look at these lovely cherry tomatoes, farm-fresh carrots, and juicy peaches. They're all organic, too.
These are amazing. How do you differentiate yourself from other farmers' markets?
Our village is famous for its fertile land and ideal weather. Our farmers use traditional techniques to grow quality and healthy produce, ensuring that the taste and nutrition are always top-notch.
That's a great story to tell to potential buyers. How about packaging and branding?
We have a new logo and packaging design that reflects our village's unique identity. It's eye-catching and also environmentally friendly. Customers love it.
That's fantastic to hear. I'm excited to collaborate with you and help spread the word about your amazing products.
It's great to have a marketing expert like you on board. Let's work together to make our village's agriculture more prosperous.
Absolutely. I'm sure we'll make a great team. Thanks for the warm welcome and wonderful produce. I can't wait to get started.
Good morning, team. I hope everyone had a great weekend.
Good morning, sir. Yes, I had a wonderful weekend, thank you.
Great to hear that, B. So, we have a new project that has just come up. I need one of you to take the lead on it.
What kind of project is it, sir?
It's a marketing project for one of our new products. We need to create a campaign and spread the word about it.
I have some experience in marketing, sir. I'd be happy to take the lead on this project.
That's great to hear, B. Thank you for volunteering. Can you give us an overview of your plan?
Sure, I was thinking of utilizing social media and influencer marketing to reach a broader audience.
Excellent idea, B. Keep us informed of your progress and let me know if you need any assistance.
Will do, sir. Thank you.
All right, let's move on to the next item on our agenda. Good morning, C. You're just in time. We were discussing our new marketing project.
Yes, I'll be taking the lead on that one.
Thanks, C. We always appreciate teamwork here. Okay, let's get back to work. Hey B, have you tried the samosas from that new restaurant around the corner?
No, I haven't. Are they any good?
Oh my gosh, they are amazing. The pastry is so crispy and the filling is just perfect.
That sounds delicious. What kind of filling do they have?
They have a few different options, but my favorite is definitely the potato and pea filling.
Yum. I love anything with potatoes. How spicy are they?
They're not too spicy, but you can ask for extra spice if you want. I like to dip mine in chutney for a little extra kick.
Sounds like a good idea. Do they have any other snacks besides samosas?
Yeah, they have some great appetizers like pakoras and bhajis. And their naan bread is to die for.
You're making me hungry. Do they deliver?
They do. We should order some for lunch tomorrow.
That sounds like a plan. I can't wait to try them out.
You won't regret it. Trust me, these samosas are worth every bite. Hi there, B. How's it going?
Pretty good, thanks. What brings you here?
Well, I've been thinking a lot about how we can improve the communication effectiveness of our customer service chatbots.
That's an interesting topic. What did you have in mind?
I think we can leverage natural language processing, NLP, technology to make the chatbots more conversational and responsive to customer needs. How do you feel about that?
I think that's definitely worth exploring. What specific NLP techniques are you thinking of?
I was thinking of using sentiment analysis to gauge the customer's mood and adjust our responses accordingly. We can also use entity recognition to understand the customer's request and provide more tailored responses.
Those are great ideas. I think we can also use named entity recognition, NER, to identify the customer's name, account information, and other relevant data to personalize the conversation.
Absolutely. And we can also use text classification algorithms to categorize the customer's message and route it to the appropriate agent if necessary.
That's a good point. We can also use clustering techniques to group similar requests together, which can help improve the efficiency of our customer service overall.
I hadn't thought of that, but it's a great idea. And we can also use topic modeling to identify frequently asked questions and provide quick and accurate answers.
Yes, that's definitely useful. Another technique we can use is context-aware prediction, which helps the chatbot understand the meaning behind the customer's message and respond accordingly.
That sounds impressive. Do you think it's worth investing in these NLP technologies, given that they can be complex and costly to implement?
I definitely think it's worth it. By improving the conversational and responsive features of our chatbots, we can create a more compelling user experience, improve customer satisfaction, and even reduce the workload of our human agents.
Sounds like a win-win situation. Say, have you heard of any exciting new NLP research or applications out there lately?
Actually, there's a lot of buzz around the emerging field of conversational AI, which uses NLP to enable more fluid, natural interactions between humans and machines. It's definitely an interesting space to watch.
Wow, that sounds intriguing. I'll be sure to read up on it. Thanks for the great conversation, B.
My pleasure, A. Can't wait to see what we can achieve with NLP.
Hey there. So, I was thinking about how we could create a scalable solution for our client.
Sounds like a plan. What approach to development do you have in mind?
Well, I was thinking of implementing a microservices architecture.
That sounds like a solid idea. We could divide the application into smaller, independent services that focus on specific functionalities.
Exactly. And since we're dealing with a large amount of data, we'll need to ensure that our services have fast and efficient data access.
Have you considered using a NoSQL database for this?
Yes, I was thinking of incorporating MongoDB. It's highly scalable and flexible. What do you think?
Great choice. We could also utilize AWS Lambda for serverless computing. That would give us more flexibility and scalability.
Yes, that could be useful. Do you have any other suggestions?
Well, we could implement message queuing to aid a distributed architecture. That way we can handle user requests by processing them as separate events.
That's smart. We could use Kafka for that. This could help us achieve a more resilient and scalable system.
Absolutely. We could also consider using Kubernetes for container orchestration.
That's another good idea. We could deploy and manage our containerized services in a scalable and efficient way with it.
In that same vein, we could use Jenkins for continuous integration and delivery. This would ensure faster and regular updates.
That's definitely a plus. With Jenkins, we could have more iterative and automated deployments.
Yes, and we could also use Swagger to document our API. It's a great tool that helps with API readability and organization.
Great idea. Swagger could help us streamline the process of documenting and testing our API.
Another approach we could use is the use of PaaS solutions to simplify our app deployment on the cloud.
Yes, we need to ensure that our application can be deployed quickly and easily, and a PaaS solution could definitely help with that.
Exactly. I totally agree. And with all these plans in motion, we won't have any problems creating a scalable, extensible, and high-performance full-stack solution.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I'm looking forward to implementing all these ideas.
I am too. It's going to be an exciting project.
Hi there, B. Ready for our photo shoot in this fancy Vegas casino?
Yes, hey. I'm excited to see what cool shots we can make happen.
Great. Let's start by using the slot machines as a backdrop. Strike a pose.
How about this one? I'm leaning on the machine with my hand on my hip.
Perfect. Now let's move to the roulette table. Maybe you can place a bet, and we'll capture the moment.
Ooh, fun idea. Should I bet on black or red?
Let's go with red, it'll really pop in the photo. And don't forget to smile.
Got it. Places bet, how's this?
Amazing. We can also get some shots of you holding a stack of casino chips.
I feel like a high roller now. Laughs, let's do it.
And finally, let's end with a dramatic shot of you walking away from the blackjack table, with the cards and chips in focus.
I'm feeling like a Bond girl now. Laughs, okay, let's wrap this up.
Thanks for being such a great model, B. We'll have some amazing shots to show from this shoot.
No, thank you, A. You made this shoot so fun and stress-free. I can't wait to see the final product.
Hi there. How may I assist you?
Hi. I would like to borrow some books, please.
Sure. Do you already have titles in mind, or do you need some recommendations?
I actually heard from a friend about a book called A Man Called Ove. Do you have it here?
Yes, we do. It's a popular book, so hold on a moment while I check its availability.
Thank you.
All right, we have one copy left. Do you want to borrow it?
Definitely.
Great. And since you're already here, might I suggest checking out our latest arrivals?
Sure, why not? Any recommendations?
If you like mystery and suspense, I just finished The Silent Patient and it left me guessing until the very end.
Sounds intriguing. I'll take it.
Excellent choice. That's 2 books then. Please fill out this form and let me scan your library card.
Here you go.
Thank you. Your due date is 2 weeks from now, and you're free to renew online as long as it hasn't been reserved by someone else.
All right, thank you so much for your help.
No problem. Enjoy your reads. Hi, B. Nice to meet you. I'm a front-end developer here. It's great that we get to work together on this project.
Hi, A. Same here. I'm a UX designer, and I'm really excited to collaborate with you on creating an immersive game user interface.
That sounds amazing. So, what kind of game are we talking about here?
Well, it's going to be a fantasy RPG. We want to transport players to a different world and make them feel like they're part of an epic adventure.
Wow, that's ambitious. I'm up for the challenge. So, what kind of components would you like to include on the interface?
We'd like to have a map, a character sheet, and a quest log, among other things. But we also want to make sure that everything blends seamlessly with the overall design and theme of the game.
I see. So we'll have to work on the layouts, typography, color scheme, and all the other visual elements as well.
Exactly. And we also need to pay attention to the user experience, like making sure all the important information is easily accessible and that the players can navigate the interface intuitively.
Got it. I think we can start by researching some other popular RPG games and seeing how they've designed their interfaces.
Agreed. And we should also get some feedback from beta testers once we have a prototype up and running.
That's a good plan. I'm looking forward to getting started on this project with you, B. Let's make a game interface that players will love. Good afternoon. What can I do for you today?
Hi there. Can I have a latte with some caramel syrup?
Of course. Would you like any whipped cream on top of that?
Yes, please. I'm in the mood for something sweet today.
Great choice. So are you just stopping in for a quick coffee break?
Actually, I have some work to do, so I'll be here for a while.
Well, in that case, feel free to try our other coffee blends later. Our Blue Mountain Roast is quite popular.
That sounds interesting. Is it a strong coffee?
It's a medium roast, but it has a smooth, balanced taste with hints of chocolate and fruit.
That sounds delicious. I'll definitely give it a try.
Perfect. Let me know if you need anything else, and enjoy your drink and work.
Thank you. I love this cozy atmosphere. It's the perfect place to get some work done.
We're glad you like it. We aim to create an atmosphere where people can relax and enjoy their coffee. Good morning, B. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing well. Are you ready to go over the financial reports we prepared for your company?
Yes, I'm excited to see them. I hope they're good news.
Well, the reports show that your company has increased its profits by 30% this quarter. Congratulations.
That's fantastic news. I'm glad all of our hard work is paying off.
Definitely. Let's go over the details. Are there any questions you have before we begin?
No, I've looked over the reports briefly and I don't have any immediate concerns. But I'm sure we'll find some things to discuss as we go through it.
That's a great attitude. It's always good to review things thoroughly. Shall we get started then?
Let's do it.
Okay, first let's look at the income statement. Well, that's it. We've covered everything we need to discuss.
Great, thanks for your help, A. I really appreciate it.
No problem at all. It was great working with you, B. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, A.
Have you ever tried jjajangmyeon?
Yes, I have. It's a popular Korean dish, right?
Exactly. Jjajangmyeon is a Korean Chinese noodle dish covered in a savory black bean sauce.
Oh, that's interesting. How does it taste like?
It's delicious. The sauce is a bit sweet and salty, and the noodles are chewy.
Sounds like a perfect comfort food. Have you tried making it at home?
I have, but it didn't turn out as good as the restaurant's version. I think I need more practice.
Same here. Making it seems easy, but it's hard to get the sauce just right.
Yeah, it's all about the balance of flavors. I've heard that some people add seafood or meat to their jjajangmyeon. Have you tried that?
I haven't, but it sounds like a good idea. Maybe next time I'll add some shrimp or pork.
Ooh, that sounds delicious. I think jjajangmyeon is one of those dishes that you can keep experimenting with.
Definitely. And the best part is, it's affordable too. I can get a huge serving for a low price.
Yes. And it's perfect for those lazy days when you don't want to cook.
Exactly. Thanks for reminding me of jjajangmyeon. Now I'm craving some.
No problem. Let's plan a jjajangmyeon date soon. Hey, have you heard about this new push towards sustainable development at our company?
Oh yeah, I heard something about it. What exactly is the plan?
Well, our management is looking into ways to reduce waste and increase efficiency in our production processes.
That sounds like a good idea. Do you think it will be cost-effective?
I definitely think so. In the long run, reducing waste can actually save money by cutting down on expenses such as energy and resource usage.
True, and it's also great for the environment. I'd feel good knowing our company is doing its part.
Absolutely. There are also grants and funding opportunities available for companies that invest in sustainability.
Interesting. Do you know if our company has applied for any of these grants?
I'm not sure, but we should definitely bring it up to management. It could help support our efforts towards sustainability.
Makes sense. What else can we do to promote sustainability at our workplace?
We can start by encouraging recycling and reducing paper usage. It's small things that can collectively make a big difference.
I agree, and we could also initiate a carpooling or biking program to reduce our carbon footprint.
Great idea. Another thing we can do is partner with local environmentally conscious organizations to increase our impact and also promote our brand.
That would be a win-win. Do you think our company would be interested in something like that?
I don't see how they wouldn't be. It would show that we care about the environment and the overall well-being of our community.
You're right. We should definitely bring up all of these ideas to management and start making a difference.
Definitely. We may be just 2 employees, but every effort counts towards creating a more sustainable future. Wow, what a beautiful day for a picnic, isn't it?
Yes, Dad. I'm really excited for our little adventure today.
Well, I brought your favorite sandwiches and some chips. Oh, and some cookies too.
Yay! You always know how to make me happy with food, Dad.
Haha, I'm glad to hear it. So, tell me, how's school been going?
It's been good. I'm really enjoying my math and science classes. But literature is not my favorite.
Really? I thought you loved reading.
I do, but this classic book we're supposed to read is just too boring for me.
Well, maybe we can find a way to make it more interesting. You know, like a reading marathon, and then we can watch a movie adaptation of the book.
That sounds like a fun idea, Dad. You always have the best ideas.
Thanks, sweetie. So, what are your plans for the summer?
Well, I want to go to the beach with my friends for a week, but I also want to attend a science summer camp. How about you, Dad?
I'm thinking of taking a road trip to some national parks. Do you want to come with me?
Yes, that sounds like a great idea. We can even pack a picnic again.
Of course, we will. Nothing beats fresh air and good food.
I totally agree. Can we finish eating so we can play some frisbee?
Sure, let's do it. I hope we don't embarrass ourselves in front of everyone.
Haha, don't worry, Dad. We might not be pros, but we'll have fun anyway.
Hey, B. How's it going?
Pretty good, thanks. How about you?
Can't complain. So, I was thinking about how we can design a dynamic web page with good performance.
That's a great topic. What ideas do you have?
Well, I was thinking we can use lazy loading for images and videos to reduce the initial load time.
Good idea. We can also use a content delivery network, CDN, to speed up content delivery.
Definitely, and we should minify our code and enable compression to reduce file sizes.
That's a good point. We can also use caching to improve performance by storing data temporarily.
Yes, and for interactive elements, we can use CSS animations or transitions instead of JavaScript animations to reduce browser rendering time.
Right, and we should optimize our database queries and replace heavy image or video backgrounds with lightweight CSS backgrounds.
Agreed. Do you think we should use server-side rendering or client-side rendering?
It depends on the complexity of the website. For simpler sites, client-side rendering is better, but for more complex sites, server-side rendering is faster.
Makes sense. And of course, we should always test our website's performance regularly to ensure it's running as efficiently as possible.
Absolutely. So, what platforms or tools do you recommend for testing?
Well, we can use Google PageSpeed Insights or Jeep Metrics to test the website's speed and performance, and also run performance tests on different devices and browsers.
Sounds good. Let's get started with these ideas and tools and create an awesome dynamic web page with great performance.
Yes, let's do it. And we can celebrate with some pizza and beer afterwards.
Now that's a great idea.
Hey there. How are you doing? Enjoying the show?
Yes, I am. You're really good. What's your name?
Thanks. My name is Jack. What's yours?
My name is Sarah. How long have you been performing on the streets?
Oh, I have been performing for about 5 years now. I love the energy of the crowd.
I can tell. You're really good at what you do. What kind of music do you play?
I play the guitar and mostly sing pop and rock songs. But today, I have a special surprise for you. I am going to perform a dance routine.
I can't wait to see it. How did you learn to dance?
Well, I have always been fascinated by dancing. So, I took some dance lessons and practiced on my own.
That's incredible. And you learned all this just by practicing?
Yes, it takes time and effort, but if you are passionate about something, you can achieve it.
That makes sense. So, what's the name of the dance routine you're going to perform?
It's called Hip Hop Hooray. I hope you like it.
I am sure I will. Hey, do you have any CDs or music albums for sale?
Yes, I do. I have a few of my original songs and some cover songs as well. You can check them out after the show.
That's great. Do you have a website or a social media page where I can follow you?
Yes, my website is jacktheperformer.com and I'm on Instagram as well. You can find me at @jacktheperformer.
That's wonderful. I will definitely check them out. Thank you for the amazing show and the conversation.
Thank you for coming and supporting me. Have a great day. Hey, have you heard about the latest TOEIC passing rate?
No, what is it?
It said that the passing rate for the gold level exam is only around 40%.
Wow, that's quite low. Have you taken the gold level exam before?
No, but I'm planning to take it soon. What about you?
I've taken it once before, but unfortunately, I didn't pass.
That's all right. Don't be discouraged. The exam is notoriously difficult.
Yeah, I realize that. But I'm determined to try again and pass it this time.
Good for you. Have you been studying for it?
Yes, I've been using some TOEIC prep books and also doing some practice tests online.
That's a great idea. I've heard that practicing with past exams is really helpful.
Definitely. How about you? Have you started studying for it?
Not yet, but I plan to start soon. I've been busy with work lately.
I know how you feel. It's hard to balance work and studying.
True. But I really want to improve my English skills and get certified.
Me too. Plus, having a TOEIC certificate can open up a lot of job opportunities.
Exactly. I've heard that many companies require employees to have a certain level of English proficiency.
Yeah, that's why I think it's worth investing time and effort into studying for the TOEIC exam.
I couldn't agree more. Let's both work hard and aim to pass the gold level exam.
Sounds like a plan. I'll see you at the exam venue.
Hey, it's been a while. How are you, Mentor B?
Hi, hey. I'm doing great. How about you? How's your academic progress?
It's been challenging, but I'm making steady progress. I've been keeping up with my homework and attending all my classes.
That's fantastic. I'm glad to hear that you're taking your studies seriously. Any specific subject that's been challenging for you?
Math, for sure. It's been tough keeping up with all the formulas and equations.
Math can be intimidating, but with sufficient repetition, it's definitely doable. Do you need any extra help or just some tips on how to tackle math problems?
I think I just need a few more practice problems and some guidance on the more complicated formulas.
Sure thing. I'll send you some resources that could help out with those issues. Have you been participating in any extracurricular activities lately?
Yeah, I joined the school's debate team. It's been a lot of fun and has helped me better articulate my thoughts.
That's great to hear. Debating is a fantastic way to learn critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Keep up the excellent work, A. I'm proud of your progress and hard work.
Thank you, B. I appreciate all the help and support you've given me. You're the best mentor anyone could ask for.
It's all part of the job. Seeing my students successfully progress and achieve their goals is the ultimate reward. Keep up the great work and let me know if you ever need any further help.
Thanks again, B. Have a great day.
You too.
Hey there, I'm a marine biologist. What brings you to the harbor today?
Hi, I'm a fisherman. I come here every day to catch fish for a living.
Interesting. Have you noticed any changes in the fish population lately?
Yeah, I've noticed that some species are becoming less and less. I'm concerned about the future of our fishery.
That's a valid concern. One solution is to practice sustainable fishing, where we only take what we need and leave enough for future generations.
I agree. It's our responsibility to protect our oceans and the creatures living in it. What steps can we take to make sure we're doing our part?
One thing we can do is to avoid using illegal fishing methods that harm marine life, such as dynamite fishing or trawling.
That's a good point. I also heard about fish farming. Does it help the environment?
Well, it does have some benefits as it can reduce pressure on wild fish stocks, but it also has its own environmental issues. We need to find a balance between fish farming and wild fishery.
That sounds like a reasonable approach. What can individuals like me do to help protect the ocean?
You can start by properly disposing of your waste, use alternative energy sources, and support sustainable fisheries by buying from responsible suppliers.
I'll definitely keep that in mind. Thank you for the valuable advice.
No problem, it's always nice to see people who care about the environment. Together, we can ensure a healthy and sustainable ocean. Good evening, B. How's it going tonight?
Going just fine, hey. How about you? Busy in the kitchen?
Pretty busy, but I love it. Any interesting orders for me?
Yeah, we have a vegan customer who wants a burger without meat, cheese, or any animal products. Can you handle that?
Of course. We have several vegan options. How about a vegan Beyond Burger with some avocado, lettuce, and tomato?
Sounds perfect. By the way, have you seen the new chef's knife I got today?
No, let me see. Wow, that's a beautiful knife. It looks very sharp too.
It's actually made of Damascus steel, so it's very durable and long-lasting.
Nice. I think I might have to get one for myself.
I can give you the website where I ordered it if you want.
That would be great. By the way, I heard you went on a food tour in Asia last month. How was it?
It was amazing. I tried so many different foods and got to learn some new techniques to bring back to our kitchen.
I'm so envious. Which country had the best food in your opinion?
It's hard to choose, but I would say Thailand. The flavors there were so bold and unique.
I've always wanted to go to Thailand. Maybe one day we can plan a trip together.
That sounds like a great idea. For now, let's focus on making our customers happy tonight.
Absolutely. Let's get cooking. Hey B, did you have a great time at the photo shoot on the Gold Coast?
Yeah, it was so much fun. I loved the location on the beach and getting all dolled up.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. You were a natural in front of the camera. I think we got some amazing shots.
Thanks, hey. You really know how to capture a moment. Your photography skills are amazing.
Well, I do my best. But, it helps having such a stunning model to work with.
Oh, stop it, you're making me blush. But really, thank you. I had a great time working with you.
Me too. You made the shoot so much fun with your bubbly and energetic personality.
That's just me. I always bring the energy wherever I go.
Well, you definitely brought it to the shoot. And, the Gold Coast provided the perfect backdrop for our shots.
I couldn't agree more. The clear blue skies and sandy beaches made for a beautiful setting.
It really did. I'm excited to show these photos off to our clients. I think they're going to love them.
I can't wait to see the final photos. It's going to be so cool to see myself in all these different poses.
They'll turn out great, I promise. And, I have some other fun locations in mind for our next shoot together.
Ooh, I'm intrigued. Where are you thinking of going next?
Maybe we can head to the rainforest or even out to the Great Barrier Reef. The possibilities are endless.
Wow, those sound like amazing locations. I'm ready for whatever adventure you have in store for us.
Great, I knew I could count on you. Let's keep creating magic together. Hey B, how's the development going?
It's going well, hey. Just sorting out some minor bugs.
Great to hear. We need to get the project completed by the end of the month.
I'm confident we can get it done, but would require some extra efforts from the team.
Sounds good. Do we have a clear idea of what needs to be done on each day?
Yes, I have prepared a timeline and shared it with the team. We are all working towards achieving the milestones.
Fantastic. Let's make sure we communicate well and be ready to overcome any obstacles along the way.
Definitely. I believe we can complete the project before the deadline.
By the way, have you tried the new ramen place that opened up near the office?
Oh yes, I went there last week. Their miso soup is amazing.
I have been wanting to try it out. Maybe we can have lunch there sometime this week?
Sure, I'd be up for that. How about Thursday?
Thursday works for me too. It'll be a nice break from the project work.
Looking forward to it. Let's make it happen.
Agreed, and also looking forward to the successful completion of our project. Hey, have you heard about ISO 27001 threat?
ISO what? Is that a new video game or something?
Laughs, nope, it's not a new video game. ISO 27001 threat is actually a certification for information security management.
Oh, that sounds serious. Why do we need that certification?
Well, it's important to have a secure information management system to protect sensitive data from threats like hackers, viruses, or even human errors.
Got it. So, what kind of threats are we talking about here? Cyber ninjas breaking into our system?
Laughs, yes, cyber ninjas can be a threat, but we're also talking about phishing scams, malware attacks, and even natural disasters.
Okay, so how do we protect ourselves? Do we need to put laser beams around our servers?
Laughs, that would be cool, but no, we need to implement a risk management system, conduct regular audits, and have clear procedures for handling security incidents.
Sounds like a lot of work. Can't we just hire Batman to protect us?
Laughs, if only we could afford Batman. But with ISO 27001 threat, we can ensure that our information management system is secure and we can avoid costly data breaches.
Good point. Let's keep our data safe and sound and keep those pesky hackers away.
Absolutely. And who knows, maybe we'll get certified as the most secure company in town.
Laughs, I like the sound of that. Let's get to work.
Hey, have you noticed how different the weather has been lately?
Yeah, I definitely have. It's so hot and humid outside.
I know, right? It's like we're living in a tropical rainforest.
I think that's because of the increasing levels of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere.
Oh no, are we doomed?
Well, it's definitely something we need to address. Have you heard about the Paris Agreement?
No, what's that?
Basically, it's an agreement between different countries to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and limit global warming to less than 2 degrees Celsius.
Oh, that sounds promising. But do you think it's too little too late?
No, I'm optimistic. Even small steps can make a difference. Plus, it's up to all of us to make changes in our own lives too.
That's true. I've been trying to use public transportation more and recycle more often.
Great initiatives. Do you know there are other ways to reduce your carbon footprint too?
No, I'd love to hear more.
Well, you can start by using energy-efficient light bulbs, cutting down on meat consumption, and planting trees.
Wow, I didn't realize there were so many ways to make a difference. Thanks for the tips.
Sure thing. Together, we can combat climate change and create a better future for ourselves and the planet.
Hey B, did you hear the news? We're going to have a celebrity guest on today's show.
Really? Who's the lucky person?
It's none other than the famous singer, Jackie Chan.
No way. I'm a huge fan of his. This is going to be so exciting.
I know, right? I'm a little nervous though. I hope I don't end up embarrassing myself on live TV.
Don't worry about it. You're a pro. Just be yourself and everything will go smoothly.
Thanks for the encouragement. So, do you have any questions in mind that we could ask Jackie?
Yeah, I was thinking about asking him how he manages to balance his singing and acting careers.
Great idea. I was also thinking about asking him about his favorite moments from his concerts.
And maybe we could also ask him about any upcoming projects he's working on.
Perfect. I think we've got a solid lineup of questions. Let's go out there and make this interview unforgettable.
Sounds like a plan. Let's do this.
Good morning, B. How was your weekend?
It was great, thanks for asking. I went camping with my family. How about you?
It was good too. I finally finished binge-watching a TV show I've been meaning to watch.
That's cool. So, about our project, do you have any ideas on how to improve the design?
Actually, I was thinking of adding a unique feature that will make it stand out from our competitors. What do you think?
That's a great idea. Customers will love it. But how do we make sure it works?
I've already started prototyping it. I think it'll work well.
Awesome. You're such a great engineer. By the way, did you hear about the new coffee shop that just opened up?
No, I didn't. Where is it?
It's just a few blocks away. We should check it out during our lunch break.
Sounds good to me. I could really use a good cup of coffee.
Me too. And maybe some pastries. I heard they have really good ones.
I'm sold. Let's go there today.
Agreed. Can't wait to try it out.
Hey B, have you heard about ISO 27001?
Yeah, I have. It's a standard for managing information security risks, right?
That's correct. And have you heard about its risk treatment process?
No, what is it?
Essentially, it's a process of deciding how to deal with identified risks. You can either avoid, accept, transfer, or mitigate them.
Interesting. I guess the mitigation option is the most preferred one?
Yes, exactly. But you should also consider the cost of implementation of the mitigation measures.
Right, cost is always a factor. But hey, who said being secure is cheap?
True that. And speaking of cost, have you seen those expensive security gadgets some companies install just to avoid risks?
Yes, I have. It's like a scene from a spy movie.
Huh. I know, right, but it's all worth it if it keeps the confidential data safe.
Agreed. But you know what's the best way to avoid risks?
What's that?
Not having any confidential data at all.
Laughs, clever, but not practical.
Just kidding. But seriously, risk treatment is important, and companies should take it seriously.
Absolutely. And thanks to ISO 27001, we have a standard to follow for effective risk management.
Cheers to that.
Hey B, how's it going? Have you given any thought about our next project?
Hey, I'm good. Yeah, I have some ideas. What are you thinking?
I was thinking we should design a game that would provide a rich and immersive experience to our players.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. In fact, I was just browsing through some gaming forums and came across a few interesting suggestions.
Do share. I'm all ears.
Well, one suggestion was to create a game where players could design their own avatars.
Interesting. What kind of avatars are we talking about?
Oh, any kind really. From unicorn warriors to cyborg pirates. Anything their imagination can come up with.
I like it. What else have you found?
Another suggestion was to create a world that evolves based on players' choices.
You mean like a sandbox world?
Yes, exactly. The players will have the ability to shape the game as they progress.
That's a fantastic idea. We can really make it more than just a game, but a community.
Right? And we can include some sort of daily quests or events to keep players engaged.
I'm loving these ideas. What about the graphics?
I was thinking we could incorporate some VR technology.
That's a bold move. But it's definitely something different.
Yeah, right now the market is saturated with games that all look the same. We need to stand out and offer a unique experience.
Exactly. And we could also have some hidden Easter eggs or secrets that players could discover.
Yes. And we can make those Easter eggs content related to other games or movies to lure people in.
That's smart. We need to create an experience that feels like more than just a game.
We also need to ensure that the game is easy to control and accessible to all.
Right, we want everyone to be able to join in on the fun. So, what's next?
Let's start getting down to the actual game mechanics and start sketching out some drafts.
Sounds great. Let's make something amazing. Hey coach, it's great to be training by the beach today.
Yes, the fresh air and sunshine can boost your performance. Let's begin with some warm-up exercises.
Sounds good. What do you have in mind?
How about some light jogging, followed by dynamic stretches and jumping jacks?
All right, let's get started. Starts jogging.
Great form, keep it up. Joins in jogging.
Panting phew, it's hot out here.
Don't worry, staying hydrated is important. Hands a water bottle.
Thanks coach. Takes a sip, so what's next on the agenda?
Let's work on your agility and balance with some cones and hurdles.
Excited, that sounds challenging, let's go for it.
All right, let's set them up here. Places cones and hurdles on the sand.
Determined, I'm ready when you are coach.
Smiling all right then, let's see what you've got. Blows whistle.
Speeds through the cones, jumping over the hurdles with ease.
Impressed, great job, your hard work and training is paying off.
Beaming, thanks coach, I couldn't have done it without your guidance.
Patting A on the back, keep it up, and you'll be a champion in no time.
Grinning, yes, coach. Starts running again.
Chuckles, let's finish with a cool down jog and some stretching.
Nodding, sounds like a plan. Thanks again, coach.
No problem, always happy to help you reach your goals.
Hi there, B. Thanks for taking the time to speak with me today.
Of course, my pleasure.
So, I heard that you have a really interesting hobby. Can you tell me more about it?
Sure thing. I'm really into vintage car restoration. I love finding old, rundown cars and bringing them back to life.
Wow, that's really cool. Do you have a favorite car that you've worked on?
Actually, my favorite restoration project was a 1965 Ford Mustang. It was in pretty rough shape when I found it, but it's definitely one of my proudest accomplishments.
Impressive. So, have you taken any of these restored cars for a spin on the open road?
Absolutely. There's nothing quite like cruising around with the windows down in a car that you poured your heart and soul into.
That sounds amazing. On a completely different note, I have to ask, what's your favorite type of food?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm a big fan of Italian food, especially pasta dishes.
Yum, now you're making me hungry. Okay, last question, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
I would love to explore Southeast Asia. Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia, there's just so much to see and experience there.
That sounds like an incredible adventure. Thank you so much for your time, B.
No problem at all. Thanks for chatting with me.
Hi there, how are you doing today? Ready for our art lesson?
Hi, yes, I'm good, thanks. I'm excited for today's lesson.
Great. So, what do you think of this painting I just finished?
Wow, it's stunning. I love the colors and texture you've used. What inspired you?
It was actually a dream I had. I woke up and immediately started painting it.
That's amazing. I wish I had such creative dreams.
Oh, don't worry about that. Inspiration can come from anywhere, even just looking at everyday objects.
That's good to know. I struggle with coming up with ideas sometimes.
It's normal to have creative blocks. I find taking a walk or listening to music helps me get unstuck.
Thanks, I'll try that next time. Do you have any tips for mixing colors?
Yes, start with the basic colors and add small amounts of paint to get the desired shade. And always remember to test it on a separate piece of paper first.
I'll keep that in mind. By the way, what do you think of my painting?
Wow, it's really beautiful. I love the way you've blended the colors.
Thank you, I was going for a sunset effect.
You've definitely achieved that. Keep up the great work.
Thanks, I will. I'm really enjoying this art class.
I'm glad to hear that. It's always wonderful to see my students thriving and exploring their creativity.
I couldn't agree more. I feel so inspired in this class.
Excellent, that's my goal as an art teacher. Alright, let's get started on today's lesson. Good morning, may I see your passport and flight details, please?
Good morning. Sure, here's my passport and flight itinerary.
Thank you. So you're traveling for pleasure, then?
Yes, I'm here to enjoy the sights and sounds of your beautiful country.
That's great. Just a few questions for you, then. What are your plans for your stay here?
Well, I have a few day trips planned and a lot of sightseeing. I'm looking forward to trying some of the local food and meeting new people.
Sounds like a good time. Do you have your accommodations booked already?
Yes, I'm staying at a hotel near the beach. It has great reviews.
Excellent. And do you have anything to declare for customs? Any goods over the duty-free limit?
No, I don't have anything to declare. Just my personal belongings.
Wonderful. Your entry process is complete then. Enjoy your stay and don't hesitate to ask our customs officers if you have any questions.
Thank you so much. Your country has been very welcoming so far.
Good morning, team. How's everyone doing today?
Good morning. I'm doing great, thanks.
That's what I like to hear. So, B, how are you coming along with the new feature we're working on?
It's going well. I've managed to squash a few annoying bugs that were causing some issues.
Awesome. Keep up the good work. And what about you, C? Any progress on the UI redesign? Fantastic. Looking forward to seeing it. And D, anything new to report on the backend development? That's great news, D. And what about you, E? How's the testing going? Good to hear it. And finally, F, how's the documentation coming along? Wonderful, keep up the good work, F, thanks for the update, everyone. Let's keep moving forward and get this project done. Hey B, how's it going?
Good, good. Just getting ready for our next scene.
Yeah, we're shooting the big fight sequence today.
I'm pumped. I've been practicing my moves all week.
That's what I like to hear. Have you seen the new set design?
Yeah, it's amazing. The attention to detail is incredible.
Our production designer is a magician. How's your wardrobe holding up?
Pretty well. I feel like a superhero in this suit.
Haha, that's the spirit. I think we're on schedule, too.
That's great news. I'm looking forward to the wrap party.
Speaking of which, any ideas for a wrap gift for the crew?
Maybe personalized coffee mugs?
I like it. We can put the movie logo on them.
Exactly. Hey, did you hear about that crazy stunt from yesterday's shoot?
No, what happened?
One of the stunt doubles fell and broke his arm.
Oh no. Is he going to be okay?
Yeah, he's getting surgery today. But it could have been way worse.
Definitely. We'll have to make sure we have extra safety measures in place.
Agreed. Hey, have you tried that new Thai place down the street?
No, not yet. Is it good?
I went there last night and it was amazing. We should go for lunch.
Sounds like a plan. Maybe we can talk shop while we eat.
Deal. I need some advice on my next project.
I'm always happy to help. Let's finish up this scene and go grab some pad thai. Hey B, how's it going? Do you need a hand with that machine maintenance?
Hey, A, thanks for offering. Actually, I could use some help. This machine seems to be giving me a headache.
Yeah, I can see that. It looks like some of the parts are worn down. Have you tried checking the manual?
Yeah, but it's hard to follow. It's like it's written in another language.
Laughs, I know what you mean. It's like they expect us to know everything about these machines.
Smiling, I feel like this machine has a mind of its own. Maybe we should call the Ghostbusters.
Laughs, that would definitely make our job easier. Unfortunately, we'll have to stick with good old-fashioned elbow grease.
Nodding, all right then, let's get started. I'm glad I have you here to help me out. At least we can chat while we work.
Smiling, that's the spirit. It's always better to tackle problems together. Plus, it gives me an excuse to take a break from my desk job.
Grinning, I hear you. It's good to get some fresh air once in a while. At least you don't have to deal with all this grease on your hands every day.
Smirking, you got me there. But you know what they say, dirty hands means a day well spent.
Laughing, that's true. All right, let's get back to work. I'm hoping this baby will be up and running in no time.
Nodding, agreed. And if not, we can always try some ghost busting as a backup plan.
Laughing, you got it.
Good afternoon, B. Ready for another busy day at our famous barbecue restaurant?
Hi, A. Absolutely. I always look forward to the hustle and bustle here.
That's great to hear. Did you hear that we have a new smoker today?
No, I didn't. How is it different from the other ones?
It's a wood pellet smoker, which infuses the meat with an even smokier flavor. We'll have to try some out later.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Speaking of delicious, have you tried our new barbecue sauce yet?
Yes, I did. I must say, it's a game changer. It has a perfect balance of sweetness and tanginess.
I completely agree. I'm planning to recommend it to our customers who always ask for the best barbecue sauce.
That's a great idea. By the way, did you check the reservations for tonight? Any big parties?
Yes, we have a group of Texans who are celebrating the new cowboy boots they just purchased.
Huh. I can't wait to see their boots. We should give them some special treatment.
How about we give them a complimentary dessert? Our homemade peach cobbler is always a crowd pleaser.
Perfect. And we can even top it off with some vanilla ice cream.
Now you're making me hungry. Let's get back to work and make sure everything is ready for tonight.
Agreed. You take care of the front of the house, and I'll handle the kitchen. Teamwork makes the dream work.
You got it, A. Let's do this.
Hey there. So, how do you usually study for exams?
Well, I usually start by reviewing my notes and creating flashcards to quiz myself. How about you?
I like to make study guides and practice questions, but I also try to teach the material to someone else as a way to solidify my understanding.
That's a great idea. I also like to watch educational videos or listen to podcasts on the topic I'm studying.
Me too. I find that it's helpful to switch up my study methods to keep me engaged and learning efficiently.
Speaking of switching it up, have you tried studying with a study group before?
I have, and I found it really helpful. Sometimes hearing other people's explanations and perspectives can help clarify concepts you may be struggling with.
Absolutely. Plus, it's a great way to make friends while also studying.
Yeah, and speaking of making friends, have you heard of any good study resources or apps?
Yes. There's a really great app called Quizlet that helps create flashcards and practice quizzes on any topic. I also love using Khan Academy for more visual and interactive learning.
Oh, I haven't tried those before. I'll definitely have to check them out. Have you ever tried any mnemonic devices or memory tricks to help remember information?
I have. I used one called Rugbiv to remember the colors of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet.
That's a good one. I once used the acronym HOMES to remember the Great Lakes: Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, Superior.
Nice. I also like to use songs or rhymes to remember things. It's catchy and fun.
Agreed. Learning shouldn't always feel like a chore. It's important to find ways to enjoy the learning experience.
Absolutely. Well, it was great talking to you about studying methods and resources. We should definitely study together sometime.
Definitely. Let's make a plan soon. Bye for now.
Bye.